Yes, guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Kings of the Bridge. Morning live for you guys, right? I'm in Dubai, so it's 12 o'clock here. So it's all right for me. But the likes of the guys in the UK, I know you guys are probably absolutely melting right now. I've heard it's like nearly 30 degrees already at 9 o'clock. Matt's got his hat off, which tells you everything. It must be hot. Big up, big up, big up everyone that's in here right now. Over 40 people. Today, guys, we are announcing the first Chelsea signing under Xabi Alonso, Marco Palestra, the Italian defender, the Serie A. He won the Serie A best defender of last season in the Italian league as well. This is a prospect that I think a lot of people are quite excited about. I'm talking more over Twitter. Obviously, we're here to sort of deep dive into it, see where it all started, and obviously the here we goes today. But we've also got a tactical deep dive into Marco Palestra from a stats point of view. We will look at maybe, and this is where we might be doing a second live for you guys, along with some other news, building around maybe more of a breakdown in play of how he looks, where he finds himself in the danger points, maybe if there's any weaknesses as well. But today is going to be built around what the stats are saying and how it's, and what the versions are of it over there as well. So, yes, it's a morning live. Yes, it's 9 a.m. I did tell you guys, me and Matt told you, as soon as we get any news, it doesn't matter what time it is, we will turn up. And you guys are here as well. Nearly 50 of you here as well. Good to see you. Good morning, everyone over there as well. My first question to you guys in the chat, and obviously we'll talk to Matt in a second, is what do you rate this first Xabi Alonso signing out of 10? How important do you think this player is that we have just signed? It seems like he's going to have a big involvement. We're going to look at Matty Moretto's comments on why potentially Palestra picked Chelsea because of talking to Xabi as well. So I want to hear, I want to get people's thoughts and feelings in the chat. Firstly, Matt, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I mean, look, it was all heating up last night, wasn't it? Literally just before England played. So it's a bit of a shame we couldn't go live last night, but look, England were on, so we wanted to get a bit of build up. But I think this is one of those signings which I think, as we all know, it's pretty much determining that we're looking at a back three or a back five potentially. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we do there. I think the signing is going to be very interesting to see what we do there as well, in terms of it's not really going away from trying to find that experience. It's still within that realms of a young, promising prospect. But I mean, we'll go into more in a second. But I think for me, if Alonso wanted him, we have to seem to be backing him, to be fair. And I think, Matt Guardiola, yeah, I wish.
Matt Guardiola, man, that's fucking quality. I love that.
Look, when it's this hot, you got to have your hat off. But yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. I think that kind of that last comment there, obviously, I think it's very much maybe confirming about Gusto as well. Like I said to you boys this morning in the chat, I was more, is this a Cucurella replacement or is this then the backup? Yeah, we'll go into it. But I think overall, this is something we should be positive about. I believe, anyways. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we're here to talk about. Obviously, we'll go through the main media talking points on how it's all happened and everything else. It seems like we've absolutely shafted Inter Milan. And I've looked at the reaction of the Inter Milan fans this morning, and they are not impressed one bit. It's entirely. They seem to think that he should have come to Inter Milan before making the jump to Chelsea, and maybe got a bit more, because obviously you got to bear in mind where he's coming from. He was at Atalanta. He went to Cagliari, whatever you call them. Had a very good season there. Was meant to go into Milan. Fabrizio mentioned yesterday that they were sitting down with the directors and talking about organising medicals and everything. And all of a sudden, Chelsea Football Club comes along and absolutely just swoops pretty much. And there's more details on here, which Pi shared yesterday. And it goes on to say that around 49.1 million plus 2.5 million add-ons. So in all fairness, obviously, we're still waiting for the confirmed figure. This is from Damasio, by the way, who gets quite a lot of stick for his for his views, should I say, or his media points. But I think this time round, I think he's one of the first to actually announce it. I believe so. So he was the one that him and I think it was Fabrizio as well. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he was one of the first to actually say that this could be going towards Chelsea. But it says 10% retail clause to Atalanta, 5 years contract on a 4.3 million salary. Alonso's call to the player made Palestra decide that Atalanta could accept either bid, and they chose Chelsea as well. So that's a bit of a brief there. I mean, are you okay with like the fact that we've used the sort of Cucurella money for this deal, Matt? And obviously, we're going to look at it more from a point of versatility, how useful he is and stuff. But like, do you think that's it is another young player in terms of like what we're looking at here? So, are you okay?
I think we're getting this more and more in football now, that we need that kind of Swiss Army knife. You can play multiple positions because there's so much money involved in football now. Would I have liked a direct Cucurella replacement? Yes. But to be honest, like I said to you, Gusto for me, the last couple of seasons it's not been performing for me. So if it means that Gusto is to go, and it means that we've got a replacement which can play in both, and you've got Hato and obviously Palestra trying to compete for one position as well. I think it's quite a coup signing, to be honest. I think it's quite a clever signing. But again, what's always hard with us is I think we've been so lacking in terms of having a transfer dopamine for so long. Is it something to do with that as well? But I think this is a signing which is quite typical of Blueco. It's a young player. Obviously, last season, did he win Young Player of the Season?
He won Young Defender. Yeah, he won the Player of the Season award in the Italia A for the best defender.
Exactly. So, that's all very promising, and there's a lot of links with him being very much like an Alonso as well. So we'll see. We will see. Be interesting.
Big up everyone that's in the chat, guys. Please make sure you're hitting the likes. I know it's very early mornings. Still over 50 of you here this morning, so we appreciate the fact that you guys are here as well. Con says that he watched an action comp by First Juve, and that he pocketed Yildiz and was class going forward. And that's the big thing here. And I've got something that someone commented on, which we're going to highlight, which reverts back to Con's comment here a bit later on, which we're going to talk about. Big up Hashim, good to see you as well. Gitinho, Ange, I see you here as well. Big up Ange, big up Carly, big up Adamus Prime, Wally, Waldo, everyone that's actually up in the morning and here. Big up, guys. Appreciate every single one of you as always. But this is where it all started, because you're right. The England game, just before the England game, we started getting all this mad news coming out just an hour before, and it's like, what timing, really? And we got this one from Ormstein saying that Chelsea pursuit of Palestra advancing at a rapid pace. The agreement with Atalanta for 21-year-old wingback expected inside 24 hours. Italy international heavy leaning towards Chelsea. Alonso project, if the deal struck between clubs, but plus would fit the wage structure as well. So there's obviously no issues with wages. I think he was offered by Inter Milan around 2.5 million euros was what they offered him originally. Chelsea have obviously offered more, but they've also offered more from a fee standpoint, because Inter Milan put forward 45 plus 5, Chelsea more to the regions of 50 plus maybe a couple mil on top for bonuses as well. So this is Chelsea's no, that's fine, Ange. Don't worry. I know it's early on. People have got work as well. Chelsea transfers. I am Hassan Aganda. Oh, big up, man. Good to see you. Hope you're well, bro. He tweeted like an hour and a half before the tweet, Gem, saying Chelsea's major competition to Inter Milan. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the Ornstein quote. And then we got this morning, and it was weird because I was in the group with Gitinho and others. And he said, I think we're going to have, because I said we're going to do a live today, of course, to talk about the news. And I was like, it would be nice if we could do a morning live, I said. And then all of a sudden, I'm not joking, I think Mike, a second later, put in the post from Fabrizio saying, here we go. I was like, what the fuck? Like, we made a signing at 7 a.m. in the morning, man. What the hell was going on? I just need to get the link to Benji as well because he wants to jump in. But before we move on any further, I just want to welcome in Con as well. Con, what are you saying, my boy? Good morning.
Good morning, lads. How are you this fine morning?
Yeah.
Beautiful weather. Not so much a performance last night, but I think we needed some sort of a transfer dopamine, and I'm thinking that we needed an important signing too, and I think this very much suggests the route that Alonso is going to be going down. So maybe not the player we all wanted, but I think it's more of an importance in terms of where we are potentially going to go this season in terms of formation.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, Jeb, that means to get you off, but I watched the all action comp versus Juve. Oh my god, bro, he was fucking unbelievable. He was really good. He was really good, bro. I was like, wow.
That was going to be my question to you first, Con, before we go into all like the stats and everything else and talk about him. Because for some of us, obviously, we maybe know the name, but maybe not watched enough. Like me, for example, I've been watching clips of him here and there. There's some good stats that we've got actually that Chris found earlier on, which we're going to go through as well in a bit. But in terms of the player and how much we've signed him for, are you kind of okay with this signing as our first Xabi Alonso signing under Chelsea?
Yeah, bro, because I think we only offered probably like 5 to 10 millions more than Inter Milan. And we know how stingy they are, like Italian clubs when signing players. So if we're offering similar money, it was a little bit more, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if Inter are willing to put up that money for him, fine. That's obviously market rate, isn't it? So, GT, you cheeky bastard.
Exactly. I was back to what I was going to say, though, Con. Do you know what, for once, that these Italian clubs are getting what they deserve. They're so stingy with when they put bids in for players. You know, it's nice that we can get their comeuppance for once.
Oh, and then Coutinho absolutely. He was talking about Benji. I knew he was talking about Benji when he said Waffler, but Benji's here as well. So, how you doing, Benji, bro? I think Chris is joining us as well.
Yeah,
what are you saying,
I'm all
mate?
good.
You good?
It's actually 4 a.m. and I have to, stand with GTs and his mad comments. But we all doing good, of course. It's not as much dopamine, but this is in the right direction for sure. I'm very pleased, to be honest, because I just think this bangs on that we're playing a back three. Well, it's gonna be a hybrid anyways, but I just think it's gonna be predominantly a back three. This guy is ridiculous as a right wing back, right mid. He's absolutely crazy. I love him. I just think it's time to sell Gusto now. I think Gusto has done what he has to do for Chelsea. He was always meant to be a backup. He's been playing a little bit more than he should have. Maybe you could argue, but he's been doing decent at Chelsea. He's a 2 trophy winner. You have to say, his spell at Chelsea was a success. So if we get a good bid, then we let him leave and we continue.
Yeah, I'll quickly throw this to you guys. Obviously, we got the here we go this morning, but in terms of what we think Xabi Alonso might be looking at now, based on the first sign this season, let's bring Chris in as well. Big up, Chris. Good to see you, man.
Big up, Chris. Big dog, Chris.
Do you think this is a sign that we could potentially go into a back three? Is this a back three signing, or is this a player that gives you a bit more than that, and he could play in a back four? He could be right back. He could be left back. Is he? Because I'm hearing that he's quite a versatile individual as well. Anyone?
Well, I spoke to my friend Nimi yesterday. He's an Italian journalist, obviously, and he's an Inter fan as well. And I asked him that question, and he said he can play in the back four as well. So obviously, I think he's probably better win back because going forward he looks absolutely insane, and he seems to have like a great engine, and he's so quick, Jim. So it's a nice versatile little option, right wing back. He can even play on the left as well. He can play traditional right back. It's all good.
Yeah, I agree with Con. I do still think it's going to be a little bit more hybrid. Like I said on the previous lives, it seems when we're linked to the wing backs, we want to go for a little bit more on the attacking side, which makes sense because you do have traditional fullbacks who are a little bit more defensive in terms of Hato. If you want to consider Reece James, if you want to consider Josh Achampong, they are a little bit more defensive, but we just need some more offensive power in those positions too. And I think Palestra is definitely the right sign. He can cover up multiple positions too.
Yeah.
He's been playing midfield, right back, fullback, both sides in the academy days. So he is pretty versatile. He's been playing right mid too, even right wing for Atalanta, I think it was. For one game. So he's pretty versatile, like Khan said. He's 6'1", but this guy doesn't really run like he's 6'1". He got some blitzering pace to be a wing back. So it's going to be very fun to see in preseason how how he plays, just to get some glimpses to see how he plays in the color blue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you know, it's funny, I asked that question, and it wasn't because I was trying to trick you or anything, but there's something we've got here that actually shows us, and it's mainly to do with the heat map and the positions that he takes up, where he's been playing most of his career. And obviously, I know people mentioning that he can play left wing back. He has played left wing back, but I think Nono might be right here based on what I've seen from the stats. And, he's played left wing back, but not at a higher level, should I say, in a high number of games, should I say, that he's played there. So he's more, for me, by the looks of what I'm seeing, and I'll show you the data in a second, that he's more of like a offensive wing back than he is more than anything. Obviously, he finds himself in defensive positions off the ball, but I guess it gives you that versatility because he's able to play, in certain positions across the right as well, whether it's a 4-4-2, you want him as a fullback, whether you want it as a 3-4-3, you want him to play as a natural wing back, whether you want him maybe a little bit, holding further forward. Where, listen, let's be honest, how many times have we seen Malo Gusto and others in them sort of positions? And, it's like, what are they doing up there? Because we know offensively they're not good enough. I think with Palestra, you've now got that in terms of offensively. It seems to be very good at being able to pick a person out, whether it's crossing, whether it's cutting the ball back. Seems to be always looking up, trying to find someone once he gets himself into them positions. And also he likes to have a shot here and there as well. So we'll have a look at the data in a second. But we've got Chris here as well. Chris, what are you saying, my boy? You all right?
Hello. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Been listening to you boys this morning. Obviously, I think everyone's quite excited with this appointment. When we talk about young players, this is the type of caliber of young player that I would like to see at Chelsea. He predominantly plays out on the right, which you've said. His heat map is very, very strong on that right-hand side. He's very good at going forward, very good at coming back. He is very strong on the ball. He likes to tackle. He likes getting into the nitty-gritty, dirty stuff. And I just hope that he can bring what he done last season into Chelsea this season, but clearly Xabi Alonso has given him the opportunity and has the confidence in him to be able to do that. It just now begs the question, what's going to happen on the opposite side? But again, we've woken up with some great news this morning that Palestra looks all but signed for Chelsea. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you survived the heat today, and I hope everyone's good in the chat as well.
Yeah, Ange, big up to you. Like I said, there might be a second live later today anyway, so don't worry too much. I know you got work, so thank you for popping in. Good to see you. And we'll see you soon. Guys that are here, there's over 90, nearly 100 of you here. Please smash the likes, guys. I'd appreciate we run the likes up as well. So what was the real sort of reason it all happened? Well, we're starting to see something here, and obviously you boys can talk about it as well. It was good to get your thoughts. But there's a comment from Matty Moretto on the back of the Here We Go from Fabrizio Romano that basically says that obviously everything's finalised between the parties, but he said in the late evening yesterday, a new call between the player and Xabi Alonso, the Spanish coach, promised him a central role within the project. During the course of today, the player will organise his departure for London. Is this the first, Matt, is this like the first real sign of the sort of Xabi pull, should we say, in terms of him being able to pull a player who, number one, is coming to a team that's finished 10th and has no European football against a team that, I don't know, where did they win the league last season in Milan? They won the league and got Champions League football, right? So that's mad, isn't it?
Well, if you put it in those terms, then certainly there's a pull from Xabi Alonso. I think there's also potentially a pull at the fact that we paid a bit more money. But I think Con did a tweet. I think it was today, actually. I think you did it, Con, that you were saying that this is great, that we're certainly getting the pull from Xabi for doing this, but we need to kind of, this is a start. We've got to start kind of really getting momentum now, and hopefully that will be with Lacroix and things. I think, Con, I think you did it. Is it today? Yeah, this is it. This is it.
This is what he's talking about. Yeah. So getting Alonso was a good move for Chelsea. Getting Palestra is a good move for Chelsea. We need to carry on making these smart moves with people at the level Chelsea need them to be. More of the same this window, please. So far, so good.
Yeah, and I think that's bang on what you said there, Con. I think that's absolutely right. This is an acute signing, definitely something where we're trying to be a bit more clever, but, it is still in the realms of that young prospect. But, again, if we're getting the fact that he was going to go to Inter Milan and the fact that we've gone for him as well, I think that's certainly suggesting that there is a pull, considering that they just won Serie A last year. So I think that there has to be a pull if that's the case. But as Con was saying, it's still not enough. We will see when it comes to some of the big boy players if that kind of Xavi pull will be there, because it will get to a point we'll have a ceiling.
He's such a fucker, isn't he? He's actually sitting here with you and then saying that at the same time. Do you know what I mean, man?
Well, I didn't want it interrupted. I was enjoying it. Like, he's got my tweet up there. He's talking. I love it. You know.
I'll give you my Revolut after comments. Fine.
Just to elaborate on what you said there. I mean, is there anything else you want to say on top of that? But also, there's this comment here about the fact of, like, not this comment. Where is it? The comment about, what does it mean for Josh, Gusto, other individuals? Do you think we're going to start seeing them go now because there's going to just be limited opportunities, do you feel, in this squad?
Well, hopefully for Gusto, because we're seeing Man City links, bro. I know, I think a few of you on here don't mind Gusto, bro, but I can't stand him. Like, last season, I was done. Like, I'm sick of this guy not being able to control football, giving the ball away. Don't think his attitude's all that either. So hopefully, if we can get similar money for Gusto, what we paid for Palestra, fantastic. And just to expand on that tweet a little bit, like, bro, as much as I dislike Chelsea at the moment, I'm always fair, regardless. I'm not agenda driven, right? So Alonso I liked, Palestra I like. So more of the same, please, because it's not enough. But so far, I can only say good things. So hopefully, throughout the summer, I'm still saying good things, Jen.
Yeah, what does it mean next after? There's mentions of Lacroix. There's mentions of some other people that could potentially be. Ramon was another one that was mentioned yesterday as a centre-back option out of 4 or 5, which Fabrizio stated that he'll be elaborating a little bit more later on in the next couple of days as well. Yeah, I mean, Chris, Benji, what are we saying? Is this a good start for you, Chris? Is this a good start in terms of signing?
Yeah, I think I always said that I was going to judge how the window is going to be going after maybe the first 3 signings. But I'm not going to get too carried away with this signing. But I am very, very pleased that they have been able to get a young player, which obviously fits within their realms of the financial wages probably, and within a decent fee as well. But this is a young player that I think can definitely come in and impact the team next season. I think maybe if I start to see maybe a Lacroix come through the door, maybe even a Maxi Araujo come through the door, then that will start to amp up. But I'm not too sure about Araujo, whether they're actually going to go for him. So I think they might look at deploying Quenda in that position next season, just because he plays there. And I'm thinking that they might want to prioritise their 2 centre-back positions first before even, seeing whether Quenda can do it. And that'll probably be in pre-season. So, but this signing for me, I've woken up very, very happy this morning. And I hope that we can continue in an upward trajectory with the window. I'm sure everyone else is in agreement.
Benji, how much does it improve the squad? The likes of obviously having a Palestra, potentially having maybe a Lacroix that seemed, and we're going to look at them comments in a bit, and maybe a Maxi Araujo. Do you think there's a chance we get like maybe 2-3 defenders here, or do you think now we've got Palestra, we just get a centre back now and then we move on to maybe the attack?
Personally, I do believe we just get a centre back. I don't really think we get 2. Personally, I think that's overkill. We still got to sell people, some that got to get out of this club, for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did sign a left wing back. I actually wouldn't be. Now, when people say Kenda can play left wing back, yeah, Kenda just broke his foot, just came back, so he's in a similar predicament as Levi Cole. Personally, I wouldn't really want to, push a young player to be to that extent, to run that much. I'd rather him, recover, even though he is recovered, but just to add some muscle and to be comfortable with that foot that he broke, and to also gain some confidence. But yeah, I do agree with Khan. Most and foremost, I do think we are going in the right direction. But I do want to shout out one man, and that's Dave Fallows. Dave Fallows is a major name that we need to praise, because I will not praise these scummy directors. I know for a fact that since Dave Fallows came in, he's also a very big reason why we got Alonso, and I do believe that he and Alonso is working very good together. With maybe one sporting director looking at players. So yeah, hopefully we can get Lacroix. That would be a good acquisition. When it comes to about Josh, listen, Josh is a young player. If we sell him, then whoop-de-doo, we sell him. There's always going to be a new toy, especially in Cobham when it comes to defenders. We always produce defenders. So if we sell him, whoop-de-doo, it is what it is. But I have to focus on it now, if I'm being serious. We are fucking 10th. We are in top 4 or whatever. We are 10th. We just got to accept the situation where it is. I prefer Josh going alone to Crystal Palace. I would absolutely love it. I would even love it more if Josh could go international and play some international football, especially like in a league like Serie A. Would be a very good loan to play Champions League possibly. But yeah, so far so good. Now I just need a CB and a left winger, and we'll see what's gonna happen with the midfield market.
Can I quickly ask you lads a question? Sorry. With Chelsea's wing depth being as bad as it is and the winger market being as dry as it is, would you guys commit to that back three and just getting 2 really good wing backs this summer instead?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think the wing back scenario is a little bit limited, personally, from the left side. I think if you look at Maxi Araujo, I understand why we would go with him. I think if you look at the Xabi Alonso system and how well it functioned and how well it worked, a lot of it was based around the energy that was brought by the wing backs as well. I know they were a very central position through Xhaka and they had to play the balls and stuff like that. But if you look at the two fullbacks, they were so key based on their energies of being able to go up and down, but they were also very good in the final third. And I think if you look at a signing like Palestra and then you look at maybe a signing like Araujo, if we did that, then I think you could pretty much determine and confirm there that that's your two. That we're going to play 3 at the back with natural wing backs and everything else. And I think that's a good thing in the Premier League. The only thing I worry a little bit, and again, you guys can answer this, I don't know with Palestra or so much with Maxi Araujo, is just the physicality of it. Like, are they going to be able to handle the physicality of this league well enough? I don't know. But going forward and creating, I think they will give us something that we've lacked, which is where my next tweet was going to go to. So yeah, I think I'm
not worried too much about the physicality personally, Jem. And I'm sorry if I did cut you off. I'm actually going to give it to the rest of the guys too, but I'm not really too worried about the physicality as long as you're not getting too much bullied, which Palestra really isn't, and Max Araujo has his respect because he's very physical and he got an engine. We have 1 game a week. And yep. I'm gonna press on this until we actually play. We have 1 game a week. If you're getting bullied, then this is why I'm gonna keep on saying, don't raise the ceiling too high. You can raise it a little bit if you want to add 1 attacker, then cool. But I'd rather just raise the floor. Football today is a squad game. It's not a superstar game, as like it was in 2006, 2010, 2015. Today's football is very much of a squad game because of how many games you play. Even though we have 1 game a week, we're gonna play up to like 40 games, including FA Cups and Carabao Cups. It could be up to 40 plus games, meaning that's still a lot of games to play with 1 game a week. So in my opinion,
not for us. We played 70 games of blimmin'. The last 2 seasons we played like 50.
Yeah, exactly. So like I with 1 game a week, Jem, I expect much better performances. The recovery needs to be better, right? The recovery from the place needs to be better. And we need to see another type of level and another type of hunger, especially. That's the word I really want to highlight. Hunger. Because when you have a new manager now, if you want to call him world class or elite, you can do that because that's the type of stature that I see him as. I see him as world class and elite in terms of what he's done for football today. You need to be able to fight as a group now. Yeah. You need to be able to fight. You say what?
I don't think he's elite. If you're talking about managers that are on their way up in terms of trajectory and like the best you could get within this market, I think you say Xabi Alonso. I'm not saying that I'm not happy with having him. I think most of us are, but I wouldn't say he's like elite in terms of like putting him in the grades of like the Peps and the all them like Mourinho's and
Oh,
whoever
Pep
you want.
is a goal. He's not even elite. Like that's
No, but I'm
even
talking about
beyond.
when I think of elite, and again, it means different for everyone. I think of like the guys that have done it for long periods of time that are very successful and done what they're doing. I think he's you can say he's world class because of what he did in Bundesliga. Was what he did in the Bundesliga overlooked? I feel like slightly from certain people. Was it going invincible and taking the league off Bayern? Is that actually a big success? Would you say?
Yes, it
Or
is because he
yeah.
took them from relegation. And this is the type of, I'm not saying you're disrespecting, but I'm just saying this is the type of disrespect people say on his name that, oh, it's the Bundesliga. You know what? If they were top four and he took over a top four side and just went invincible, then maybe, okay, you can oversee it. This guy took them from relegation scrap to top four. And the season after that, he went invincible. And he
Benji,
actually should have won a
you know what
trophy.
the perfect rebuttal to that is? Everybody in this fan base rates Thomas Tuchel, right? And that's the manager Xavi won the Bundesliga over. So that's the rebuttal to that. Says Bundesliga, well, we won it over Thomas Tuchel. So
not only that, Jem, he's been going up against top managers. Like he's been going up, like, for example, remember when we were linked to, I'm not gonna take too long about this, but remember when we were linked to Nagelsmann and people called him elite? What has Nagelsmann actually done apart from getting top four and play some deadly football?
Yeah, he's managed at the highest level. You could say that Xabi Alonso has. I think the what they use against him, and I'm not talking about us specifically, but what others that are maybe not Chelsea fans use against him is the fact that he went to Real Madrid and he got sacked so quickly. But if you actually look at where he left them, how many points he picked up in his first 13 games, he didn't lose a game in his first 13. Like he was, it wasn't like they were in an awful position like the way our club's been put in sometimes by managers, you know what I mean? So I think they just look at it as a failure that he's gone to such a big club and just sort of failed. But we know that there was player power issues over there as it was anyway. But yeah, I'm excited for Alonso. I think it's going to be good. I mean, big up Con with the chat here as well. Says smash the likes. Please do, guys. There's over 100 of you here. We're going to do a proper stat breakdown, deep dive into Palestra in a bit, which is going to be quite interesting. I mean, Matt, you think you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say about like Alonso, if he went to Liverpool, there'll be a lot more people talking about it. It's the fact that he's gone to Chelsea in the situation we're in.
Yeah.
I think if he went to Liverpool, they'll be saying, oh, this is who they should have gone for when Arne Slot was potentially going to be the manager. He would have been the great kind of great replacement for Klopp. It's all those sort of things in my opinion as well. It's like a media narrative on it as well, in my opinion. But it's only because he's gone to Chelsea that everyone's like, oh, no, they're kind of a bit coy about it. But
yeah,
it'd be interesting.
I mean, I do agree with this comment here from LK. He says, when Chelsea have needed a fullback to push up basically as an attacker, our main options for the last 2 years have been Gusto and Cucurella, both mid in attack. That will now be Palestra, important move. So he seems to think that it's an important move based on what he thinks Xabi Alonso is going to do, which is pretty much more, not the same system setup, but in terms of what the requirement is for a fullback and what's expected. How many times have we moaned about our fullbacks getting into good positions and not being able to pick someone out in the box or taking too many touches or fucking, in Gusto's case, making a pass but looking the other way? Like as if he's Ronaldo or saying, like something fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Now it feels like we've got someone, and the stats will back it in a minute when we look at it as well, that can actually create at a high level and he enjoys being further forward. He looks more, when I look at him, he looks like he enjoys being further forward in that attacking area than he does maybe having to defend. Not that he can't defend, but you know what I mean? He looks like he really thrives in like running in behind and trying to receive through balls, which we know Gusto can do, Gusto tries to do, but it just isn't his game, So
I thought Gusto for Chelsea in the end. I mean, look, Cucurella, of course, I was disappointed for him to go. I think we got a good amount of money from him. We've obviously gone through this and many other streams. But I felt Gusto at this point, I think he just kind of plateaued at Chelsea, really. We kind of like, he hit a certain point. He obviously then had to kind of mould into a certain system under Maresca being this inverted fullback. He had obviously a very good season, maybe that season before, a good Club World Cup final. But really last season, and it's the same for a lot of players, but I think overall as a player in a position for me as him, it just plateaued. And I think it's a natural kind of course of order with football that I think if you're not going to get much out of a player in the end, you have to try something new, because I just felt really in the end he was just filling a position. Yes, I can agree that, you know, sometimes he came clutch for us and did have some certain good performances, but in the end, as kind of, I'm glazing over Con here again, as what Con was saying, you know, there was too many mistakes in the end for me. The back post, you know, not good enough. There was that one instant, I think, I can't remember, it was against a relegation team, I think it was Burnley, where he like just pulled the shirt for just falling asleep. It's just a lack of care, you know, for the club and the badge. And, you know, I don't think he's a good egg behind closed doors either. I think he's causing issues too, wanting more money. You know, to be honest, I think it's just a natural cause. We brought someone else new in. Yeah, let's just see what happens.
Yeah. Is this true? Before we go into like the like breakdown on the player and stuff, there's this tweet here that says that Palestra has more dribbles last season than Yan Diamande did, according to data. What the fuck? I thought Yan Diamande's strength was his dribbling. Now all of a sudden this guy's just slightly ahead of him in dribbles, but I don't know what. Based on what that means, is that like beating your man? Is that just, I don't know, fucking what?
No, it's just based on successful dribbles. That's it.
So is he? Before we go into the stats, is he someone that you would say is comfortable on the ball? Like he can, well, obviously he must be if he can dribble, but you know, is his final third passing good enough? Is he able to carry the ball comfortably? Can he get past one or two men? And then, what would you rate him in terms of his defensive aspect? Is he physical enough? Does he read the game well? Does he get back into position well enough? Or is it, you know, is he still, and listen, he's still very young, still on his way up, developing. He's going to have some raw traits to his game, but you know, what are they is what I mean. What areas of his game have you seen? If you have watched him enough, do you think that he might need to improve on slightly as well?
I can't really interject here because I'm going to be honest, I don't know too much about him. So I'm here to kind of understand from you guys what he does, because I don't know a tremendous about him. So
no, which makes sense. It's not a lot of English fans that do watch the outside leagues, you know, apart from the Premier League and the Champions League. So you know, it kind of it does make sense. But on a serious note, though, he's a very good player. Like, this guy is he's incredible. When it comes on the ball, very comfortable. Like I said before, he's been playing midfield, you know, in his academy days. So he's very comfortable on the ball on his feet. Khan mentioned before, you know, he got pace. You know, he definitely got an engine. The underrated part of his game is his crossing, but definitely the strength is his cutbacks. He's a very good cut. You know, he does very good cutbacks with the left or with the right, because sometimes he cuts in, hits the byline, and cuts back to go on his left and just does that, you know, little outswing cross. So that could be something to look forward to, especially with João Pedro standing in between two CBs. So it's not always going to be to the ground. He's going to mix it up a little bit. He's 6'1", so he's fairly agile and is fairly aggressive because of his height. But of course, it's the Premier League we're talking now. It's the Premier League. No, this is the big boys league in terms of strength and pace. So it's going to be a major test for him. But if I'm allowed to say this, he's 21. He's 21. I think it's going to take him a couple of games to gel into the Premier League, maybe to the pace. And then after that, I think we're going to see some beautiful qualities to his game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got a little bit of a breakdown here from Opto Analysis. And it says here, obviously, he's 21. Is he 21? I thought he was younger than that. He's 21, obviously from Italy, right defender. 37 appearances, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 involvements. And then if we scroll down here, it gives you kind of like a breakdown over his time at Serie A, where he finds himself on the heat map. So as you can see here, and I'll try and zoom in a little bit because we're going to change it around in a bit as well. You can see that most of his time in and around where he finds most of his touches here, 49 touches, 44, 53, 35. Most of his touches are always found in and around sort of the right-hand side. If you go to this side as well, 7, 12. This is if he's playing off the left. You can see it's less frequent in terms of the overall heat map of where you find it. If I just take it away from there, you can see that the colours here that are obviously darker show where he's obviously finding himself more in and around the pitch as well. So effectively, it seems like he plays a lot more as he should do, a right back, right wing back, you know, find himself in and around, up and down that right. He doesn't really find himself too centrally, like, which is interesting, which is good, because I think this kind of player helps the like of Cole Palmer. If you're going to play Cole Palmer in the right forward position, you know that Palmer's going to know that someone like Palestra is always going to have someone that's just going to occupy that, you know, occupy the line up and down. So it allows Cole Palmer to naturally go into space in the position, you know, in the positions that he's happy. So I think he would benefit from that as well. And also the fact that, you know, Palestra is good on the ball. He can maybe find Palmer on the cutbacks, which we know Palmer likes to arrive outside the box, things like that. So maybe there's maybe a good chemistry connection, hopefully, in the future from there. In terms of the chances created, this is quite a good one to see as well. You'll see that if I take away the 4 assists here, where the circle is where the ball arrives from him. So you can see from here, it comes from all of the right side of the pitch. Again, as you can see here, the balls are landing everywhere in the box from the right-hand side. In terms of his assists, if you remove that, you put his assists, so goals that he's created for his team, the 4. Again, he's arriving off the right, cutting the balls back, whipping balls into the box. Everything that you kind of want to see from your right wing back in terms of the positions that he needs to find himself. But as you can see there, he's created 28 chances, or created 28 chances in around the box, which is a good thing. Depends how much volume he gets down that wing. And in the team that he was with last year, you'd like to think that now he's at Chelsea, that could double, because we're going to have more possession. We're going to have more of the ball. He's going to be asked to go forward more, etc., etc. So that should go up. If you look at his touch map, I ain't even got to explain it to you. Look how heavy it is on one side again. He finds himself, you know, in and around the right area where he should be again. There's obviously a little part of it where you find him on the left. And again, I think this backs what Nono and Benju and others were saying, is that, you know, yes, he can play left wing back, but it's not predominantly, you know, forced to play out there. I'm assuming it's other than if there's injuries, or maybe if you haven't got anyone available there, then you would probably play him there. How effective is he from playing there? I don't know. I think the problem you'll have with him is he'll always be cutting in. I don't think that's really ideal for someone like him, but majority of the time, as you can see again, his touch map where he receives the ball is always in the sort of right-hand area as well. Pass map. I wish these ads would fuck off. Look at that. Compared to that side. Yeah, as you can see. Whether it's defensively going back or whatever, or going forward, again, you can see that he's got quite a high level of passes on one side of the pitch again. And then this position map, which is quite interesting, because this does tell you from a percentile standpoint where he's played the most in each area. And as you can see here, as a right back, it's been 66%. A right midfielder, 13%. A right winger, 9%. He's found himself in central midfield only 1% of the time. And as a left back, only as a left back, he's played 8% over his total career there. So are we looking at someone, guys, when you look at these stats? I mean, Matt, now you've seen it. Is this someone that screams to you that he's versatile, or does this just show you that he's, you know, he's just should be brought in and played off the right, should I say, and maybe just sticking to the right as well?
Well, if you're looking at the stats, I think it's the latter. I think it's definitely looking more to me like a backup for the right-hand side, or a replacement for Gusto. But there's also then the elements that he can be versatile by playing on the left, but it maybe shows that he's maybe a little bit more ineffective on the left-hand side. When you looked at the pass map, the kind of touch map and everything, yeah, it would suggest more. It would definitely suggest more that it is that right-hand side for sure. I mean, I don't know what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, Con, I mean, looking at that, mate, does that tell you that he's versatile enough to play maybe a number of positions, or is it just that he's an athlete that can get up and down the right, and maybe we should look to stick into his strengths?
Yeah, no, it looks promising, doesn't it? And the fact that he can cover that left side if needed is reassuring. Do you know when it says right mid? I'm guessing, is that basically saying right wing back?
That's right.
Yeah,
Wing back. Yeah.
that would be right wing back. Yes, it's only 13% of the time that he's played there.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought he played wing back more than he played a traditional fullback. So it's cool. It's good.
Maybe that answers our question of what I said earlier on. Does this signing confirm that we're going into a back three based on the stats? No, because he's played right back 66% of the time. So, it just depends how, and this is the thing. We could start with a 4-2-3-1, but in game end in the back three anyway, where he finds himself in that sort of right wing back position. But I don't see how a fit Reece James still doesn't get in his team if he's available. So the only way you get both of them in is if you're going to play Reece James as a right centre back and play Palestra as a right wing back.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. In my head. I was thinking, well, does that then kind of determine whether we will go for a Lacroix or not? Is that kind of like a safety net insurance policy in case we don't, that we can utilize everyone in one team? What does that mean for Fofana as well? Obviously, Chalobah is now potentially, he's on the list for Como. So is there a way of, maybe utilizing Reece more as a right centre back option?
I think if we sign Lacroix, do you not feel that he will just automatically be the centre of a back three? I'm just throwing it out there. Would you not have Reece James? Do you know what I mean? Reece James on the right, Lacroix and Colwill, basically.
I still think it's Colwill in the centre, don't I? Like he is a generational passer. Surely he has to play in the middle.
What would you do?
I think it's going to be a mix of both.
Yeah. I mean, you signed Lacroix. There's no way in hell he's sitting on the bench, right? But then you got Reece James. So how the hell are you getting Reece James, Lacroix, Colwill, even Hatto? It's not a bad problem to have, don't get me wrong, but it's if we make them
after the last couple of seasons, bro, so not to cut you off, but I'll take that. If that's a problem we have, I'll take it, bro. Instead of saying, do we play Lacroix, do we play Hatto, Colwill, instead of playing, is it Trev, is it Tosin, is it Badashil? I'll take that, bro. It's a good problem to have.
That is
for sure. And I actually agree. I do think it's going to be sometimes Reece is going to be. I said this on a space earlier today. I think Reece is going to be somewhat like a Hatto. He's going to both cover wingback and RCB. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he covered midfield as well, or even LCB if needed, just because of the long passes, like the switches that he can bring. We saw this a little bit on the Maresca when we played Newcastle. The fact that he played LCB when Cucurella was out. And we won that game, but the fact that he was able to spray passes from that position, and I do, I do believe this is a good problem to have. The fact that you have, a hybrid player, someone like a Reece James, a hybrid player, someone like a Hatto that can cover 2-3 positions, but you also have, if we get him, a very good CB that has pace, that can cover the RCB spot, but also is very physical in the middle. So I also think it depends on who we play a lot of the times, and we all know that.
The thing is, Benji, I feel like we could potentially see a Lacroix come in with Palestra, but I do struggle to see how we then sign a left back or a left wing back.
I don't think we sign a left back or left wing back.
So,
that's the thing.
If that's the case, and he does play a back three, does that mean Hatto's going to be wing back?
Yes. That's what I believe. I believe Hatto could be a wingback because even if you look at Leverkusen, not most of the time, but they did have some good rotation players that play wingback that was more of a defensive side. Now, when people say Hatto is more defensive, I just think he's better defensively. Doesn't mean he's bad offensively. He has the pace to play wingback. He has the engine. He has the defensive capabilities to play wingback. In my opinion, I just think it's going to be Hatto and he's going to cover LCB together with Levi Cole. And then maybe you play someone like a Pedro Neto, because I'm going to keep on saying Pedro Neto is not getting sold. I don't think so. I just think it's going to be Kenda that's going to maybe move up to an attacking position maybe. And then you have Pedro Neto with that engine that he has and the crossing ability that he also possesses to play as a wing back. But I also could be wrong, so we'll have to wait and see.
Well, either way, it's an exciting young again, young, talented individual. Lots of people were happy with it. Others are saying good start, but we need to see what next. We'll see what happens. We're going to do later on in another live. We'll do more of like a deep dive into his positional sense, where he finds himself on the pitch and stuff. We'll do that on a live maybe later on at some point. But I do want to talk on some other bits that's now been floating around outside of this. And obviously, someone just mentioned the fact that there's a tweet going around about Enzo Fernandez from The Athletic. So Mario Cortegana from The Athletic has said that Jose Mourinho's preferred choice is now Enzo Fernandez. It feels like it's like this whole Enzo thing, just since it started, like it just feels so recycled all the time. It's like we're being told, yeah, round you want, and then it's like, yeah, and then Fabrizio saying, no, there's 4 or 5 people on the list. They've not picked anyone yet, and it's what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just so. What's making me feel like that's just sound because obviously I like Enzo. What's just making me feel like you want him to go or just get off? It's just so this shit stops. It's just because it's just so annoying. It just gets a bit jarring after a while having to listen to the same thing. And I keep telling people it's recycled news, just ignore it and whatever. But if he does go, that does leave a gaping gap in the midfield. And that does leave us in a position where we have to replace him, right, boys? And I've already mentioned, for me personally, I think we have to go with Adam Wharton. That's just my preference in midfield with it. At the same time, if you're watching the World Cup, and the way he's been playing at the moment, I don't think we should be wanting him to leave, to be quite honest with you, because he's been very, very good. But I don't know. It's a tough one with Enzo Fernandez, isn't it? This moment
we said this. I mean, there was a live we did. I think you weren't here, and Con and Benj, you were here. We said the same thing. It's just recycled news. It's boring. It's very much pay up the money or don't. And you know what's going to happen. They're going to start spinning it soon, and they'll villainize Enzo more. Naturally, Enzo wants to move. He will naturally talk more, and then people then will start turning, saying, "I'll just get out," whatever. So it's the inevitability. But I think you're right, mate. I think we have to get Wharton if that's the case. But all of a sudden, we get that money for Enzo. They're going to want over 100 million for him.
Do you know how much? Yesterday, the England game was so boring. I don't know. I had to sit up till 3 a.m. watching that. I nearly fell asleep when I was having a drink or two. Shocking. But that game I watched yesterday was a good example of when you explain to people, and I'm going to make a point of this because there's a lot of people in the chat that talk about this as well. How we just need physicality. We just need physicality. We just need physicality, right? You had 2 players who I think, and you look at Rice and Anderson, top players, but are very similar. I don't think they're the greatest at breaking the lines. I don't think they have the vision to play the passes that you need sometimes to break a team like Ghana. And I actually think yesterday, someone like Wharton playing next to a Rice or whoever, or an Anderson, would have maybe helped England yesterday in terms of just being able to find that sort of killer pass that, we were just stale. We just couldn't really play through them. We didn't really have that eye to break through. And this is why I talk about players like Enzo, is the fact, like, even him against, who was it the other day that I was watching? Austria. 2-3 times in that first half, they're playing quick tic-tacky football at Argentina. They're getting pressed heavily by Austria. It gets to Enzo and he pings 2 or 3 balls over the top into Martinez, and they're off. And it's just having that sort of value of being able to break a game up or pull a game apart like that and create them moments that I think England at this moment in time are really lacking. And this is why this is not a dig at Rice and Wharton, but this is why I talk about the importance of players like maybe a Wharton or an Enzo, because they give you something that you don't always necessarily need in every game, but they give you something when you're up against a team like Ghana, who were very hard to break down, not moving out of position. There's not many holes. I just think we lacked that yesterday. And I think it's another good example of why I would want to keep someone like Enzo still in this team, because of just what he can provide.
And there was one thing Mike said here, which I thought was actually quite a good point. If it was out of those 2 players and you could only have one, which one would it be?
I'm taking Lacroix personally.
I think it depends on the context of, like, is Enzo still here as well?
Well, that's what I mean. So it's either pretty much you're going for Wharton if you mean then Enzo's going, but then you don't get a Lacroix and you have to find another option. That's pretty much what it is.
The thing is, we need a defender. I don't know who else outside of Lacroix people want. Is Ramon that good? Has anyone watched Ramon from Como? I don't know. How
Yeah,
good is he? Good
very.
enough?
No, on the ball, exceptional. He's the Spanish John Stones. Like seriously, he's ridiculous on the ball. Now, when it comes to defending out, I would trust him more as a CCB. As a CCB, I have no issues to be honest. But as a RCB, then I would be very, very worried personally.
What about you, Con? Who would you go if you had to choose, or do you think it's just one of them again? We just need both. Like,
if I had to pick, probably LaCroix. I think is it LaCroix or LaCroix? I don't know how. I think it's LaCroix, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From what I see, he's a player I actually quite like a lot. When I watch Palace, because you always just stick random football games on during the weekend. I always thought he was better than Gurley, to be honest. So yeah, and I've wanted a centre back since last season, bro. Like, as much as Walton would probably make sense, I really want a good centre back, bro. I'm on my knees for it.
I agree. We've been banging on for pause, but yeah, we've been banging on for it for a long time. Lacroix is more needed than Walton. Take Lacroix and integrate Reece into midfield. Not something I want to see all season, personally. How Bellingham got that man and match award, I honestly...
He wasn't even interested either. He was like,
But he even said himself, he goes, "It should have been given to a Ghana player. Why are they giving me the man of the match?" Like,
let's not even talk about Gordon and Madueke, by the way. That has to stop for the next game now.
This is why England is not going far, and I've been saying this consistently. You will not go far this tournament because you don't have the complete squad. When I look at other teams, I'm like, yeah, they might just be a little bit better. But then you never know with England, because if you hoof it and poof it into the box, then you may win. That's one thing you really didn't do yesterday. But
the problem we have is we've got too many, like, Noni Madueke, he hurts my brain. I don't get how he's even in the England team. Yesterday, again, he's decision-making in the final third, scuffing. He had 2 good chances in front of goal. He can't shoot. He genuinely can't shoot, this guy. Side foots it into the defender. I'm like, what is wrong with wingers putting their foot through balls these days? Like, they've just been set up, just run onto it and just lever it. Do you know what I mean? Trying to, like, side foot it. You've got, like, defenders in front of you. Like, what? Like, it was just so poor from and as much as we probably all like Tuchel, in this moment in time, he's getting it wrong with the wingers for me, because they're just not good enough. It's both of them not good enough. I know Saka's been in and out from injury, but you've not even took Palmer, who could have had an influence off the bench in a game like yesterday, where you need someone to break it up. You got Rodgers, who's playing like 10 minutes here. I like Rashford at this moment in time, and I would start Rashford based on the options we've got at the moment. So I think at least he's a bit more of a goal threat once he gets into that point. Because Gordon, I don't get what Barcelona saw in him. I generally don't. I don't understand what he does.
Mate, yesterday it was shocking. Like 85. I mean, I was saying on the group, I was like, fucking hell, 85 mil on that.
Can we all agree now that Wish Ross Barkley and Ginger Anderson is mid?
Looks like Princess Diana.
We've got this TalkSport comment as well. There's some more stuff coming out on Palestra. I'm just going to try and find it in a minute. We'll go through it. I think Damasio's come up with some stuff. But there's a comment here saying that Chelsea expected to begin talks with Lacroix. I've been saying for a while. I think before the window even started, I said keep an eye on Lacroix. I just had this feeling. Not that I knew same, but I just had this feeling that would be the kind of centre-back we would go for. And if we did go for a back four, boys, and we played with not a back three, back four, and we had 2 centre-backs, are you okay with the partnership of Colwill and Lacroix for the whole of next season? Do you think that's good enough?
It's a massive upgrade for me. It's Prem experience, and he's been quality for a few seasons now. Yes, 100%.
I agree with Uncle Matt. I don't know about Khan, but for me, Lacroix is the upgrade for now, at least. I don't believe he's the best CB on the market. You can definitely go and get someone better, but in terms of what we need at this current moment, he's the best. He's the best option in terms of he's the safest option, because Prem experience and He's been winning trophies. He's been winning 3 trophies with Palace, Conference League now. The Sheffield Shield. I was about to say Community Shield, and then the FA Cup. So he's somewhat of a successful CB in this league. And he's 26, so he's pretty much entering his prime. And usually, when it comes to CB, that's usually the best age to move. So I 100% believe that he's ready for a move. And I would be very, very happy if we see that partner together.
Yeah. Con, if our window ended with Palestra, Lacroix, Njai, and Walton just out of the blue, and how would you rate that window? Do you think that we've like massively improved the squad if we made them 4 signings into the squad?
Yeah, it's a good window. I'd say that's a good window. Now, for me, obviously, I'm still going to say it needs more than a window for these guys. But you got cool things for as it is. If we got those 4 players, bro, it'd be a great window in comparison to what we've had in the last few years, isn't it? So beggars can't be choosers, bro.
Sure.
Well, Simon Phillips apparently is saying that we're working on. Let's have a look. We're working on who, Araujo next, which is interesting.
Which one?
Because Maxi Araujo.
Yeah, but there's like 3 Araujos, and there's like Ronald, there's the Benfica one, and there's Maxi, and so.
Where has he said that? Has he done that in his thingy?
Must have done that on his page then.
Yeah. It's not out yet on here. DiMarzio's just commented on Palestra and basically said that the contract is a 6-year contract with Chelsea. That's just come out as well. Maxi Araujo working on personal terms right now. Really?
Interesting.
Is that how heavy he's gone in on that one?
Where have you guys seen that?
It's in his Substack. He's on there. Subtrack.
I need to get on. I used to be on it. And
Is anyone? Yeah, because I used to as well. Is anyone subscribed to it? If they are, send us the comment. I'll see what he says. If you're in there, guys, I don't know if you can copy and paste. Send it to me. But yeah, what a morning, eh? What a morning. Quick. And let me ask you boys this. Do you prefer the way Chelsea are doing things at the moment, where it's not too noisy? You look at, for example, the Cucurella thing. All right, it was out of the blue, but it was like he's gone. And now all of a sudden, Palestra in the space of last night, in 1 hour, heated up, and this morning it's done. Is this the version of Chelsea you would prefer to see moving forward?
Yes. And I don't know how much that has got Dave Fallows involved in that. I don't know. I don't know whether it's that much in it at all, but yeah, I prefer it. It just gives that illusion that you're serious in business as well, and you do things behind closed doors and you get it done, instead of it being like what we did last year, even in January as well, and pretty much every transfer window where we're just dangling that carrot the whole time. I mean, that Xavi Simons transfer was just an embarrassment the whole summer, even though it was fun. We had a great time on playback every day on it, but when it didn't materialize and then we just went for Facundo in the end, it was just like, what? So yes,
it's more professional. Do you agree? It's more professional is probably the word. You think they just head down and just getting on with it. Jim, I copy and pasted it in the chat.
Oh, what legend!
Absolute lad.
Where? Oh, right here. Chelsea have already made inquiries. Chelsea already made inquiries to sign Maxi Araujo from Sporting, and they are working on the player buy-in currently before they try to agree a fee with the club. We are unsure how this will end up, but Chelsea have used an opportunity to discuss his fee with Sporting. Have I missed something in there? In between?
No, they're pretty much working on just to buy in the player. So just buying into Xabi's ideas pretty much, and then agree a fee with Sporting, which makes sense.
They said they're interested in Buadi in the Substack. Well, this is Chelsea, man.
Can I say something? I don't mean to throw shade at anyone, bro, but like, if the big guys like Ornstein and all that are not getting who Chelsea are interested in, right? Then like, how are ITKs getting there? Because like, no disrespect to Sunderland, but like, I swear I've seen him link us to like 10 to 15 different players already this window. And like saying, I don't know how this will end. I feel that's a bit of a cop-out if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, because you think that was an exclusive. I mean, yeah, that makes sense though. I know what you're saying there, Con. Yeah, it's quite incredible how these ITKs have somehow allowed to come out with some of this information, but the big boys don't. But maybe the big boys only do it until it's real concrete. But yeah, very true though.
Daly has come out of a comment, which is quite interesting. He says Gusto was good under Poch, but had flaws. Happy to see him moved on for the right price. Feels like we have no choice but to move him on after the signing of Palestra. Next season, the squad needs trimming. So if Gusto does go, that should mean Palestra covers both, unless it means signing Lewis Hall. Priority needs to be elsewhere on the pitch now, which I think they believe needs working on. How did he mention Lewis Hall? Is that just his preference? I don't get that.
No, that's his preference.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of get what you're saying. I mean, again, I don't see Palestra, Gusto, and Reece being it, and Josh. What does it mean for Josh? The guy that's untouchable, apparently, can't be touched. Like, what we do with him? Ain't got that much football next season, guys.
I don't understand that logic, though, from Daly, because you say, like, oh, don't get anyone unless it's Lewis Hall. Like, that's a big outlay to spend on that position. So that confused me a little bit.
Well, maybe what he's saying is that unless it's like a starter for that left-hand side, maybe. Because I think his preference has been Lewis Hall, so maybe that's who he would want to be there. So whether it's in Araujo or whatever, being on that side.
I wouldn't even see Lewis Hall as a starter, personally. He got a lot of flaws to his game, too.
So, I love Lewis Hall. I want him. I would want him at the club, but just my worry is the price, and my worry is his fitness. And we kind of only set fitness now.
My thing with Josh is everyone's saying he can play right centre back. Do you know how many defenders we've still got? We've got Fofana still. We've got Chalobah. We've got we might be buying Lacroix or whoever in that position. Like, you could probably play Gusto there if he fucking stayed. Now, I'm not joking. Like, we've got so many players that are still in there before we even go Josh can play. We say he can play here, but what I'm talking about is the game time, guys. He is a good talent, as most people say. But you're not going to see it if he's not got no minutes. He's just sitting on the bench each and every year, getting older, playing less and less minutes. It just makes no sense to me. Why don't you just loan him, let him establish himself across somewhere in Europe and play some minutes, build himself up, and then maybe in the future he comes back and he plays for Chelsea if he's that good. But at this moment in time, you can't say he's untouchable and then give him like 10 games a season. It just makes no sense to me.
No, but I just think Josh wants guarantees now. He did sign a contract last year, which makes sense. I think it's on an 8-year contract. The thing about Josh, though, is realistically, I think we can all agree he should maybe go on loan, especially with 1 game a week. I don't really know how much of the pitch he's going to see, especially as a CB. You don't really change the CBs up too much. In my opinion, if you cannot guarantee him at least of a minimum of 18 games where he's playing, let him go on a loan. In the Premier League or somewhere else. 18 games should be enough. 18 games I think is fair because, and that's all competitions. Otherwise, let him go on a loan. But from what I've understood from, other people and aggregators is he is very unhappy. He's kind of disappointed and he just wants guarantees, but he also has to agree with going on a loan. But he's not really closed the door yet in terms of getting sold. So my hope is just that we get to preseason, he gets to work with Shabby and Shabby just gets to talk to him and pretty much just lay out a plan.
Yeah. We've got a comparison here that Archie put up between Palestra and Gusto. And it's what he's clicked on is the on-ball attacking. And it says here, obviously, on-ball attacking grades. Obviously, Gusto 64%, Palestra 82%. He's fifth in his ranking, and Gusto's 80th in his ranking. And then you look at the dribbling grade, obviously 81% to Gusto's 60%. Can Gusto dribble? Fucking hell, how's he get 60%? He's 107th compared to Palestra, who's again fifth.
Dribbling whilst he's looking at the back post, to tell you that.
What the fuck is he dribbling? Yeah. Dribbling attempts, look at the dribbling attempts, guys. 116 for Palestra compared to Gusto's 14 attempts. Successful dribbles, 50% against his 40%. Well, if you look at that, Gusto's dribbling success is better because he's had less games. Dribbling into dangerous positions, 13 to Gusto's 1. We all know Gusto don't like dangerous positions, so that's not a shot. And his ball carrying grade is 75% compared to Gusto's 52 on the ball attacking. So there's a bigger upgrade. I think the point here is that there's a bigger upgrade on the attacking element of Palestra coming in than there is currently what we have at the moment, which hopefully should give the likes of João Pedro, Cole Palmer, Enzo, if he's still here, the opportunity to crush the box well. And actually, maybe someone that can bring us some more assists, guys, from the wings, because that's the one thing we struggle on. Our wingers don't create. Neto, 6, wasn't it, or saying? Like, outside of that, who actually can create from the wings and put good balls in consistently? Like, we don't have it. You know?
I'm going to ask you a question. Oh, go on.
Go on.
I was going to ask you a question, boys. Is now that this is pretty much done, who is your prediction for if there is a transfer? What would your prediction be? It would be on next
CB.
transfer.
CB for sure. I think CB needs to be the next position because in the attack, I understand we're not gonna go for the attack right now, in my opinion. I just think it's either gonna be the defenders first. Either it's gonna be Lacroix or it's gonna be Maxi Araujo or just another left wing back. I also heard from Palace that they want to sign a CB before they even sell Lacroix, so that also makes sense.
Badia Shield?
Badia Shield, yeah. Well, Chalobah's the one that's actually pumping out the most. Apparently, Como were interested in him. Chelsea have put quite a high value on him, which has made it harder for the Italian clubs to look at him at this moment in time. But Chalobah's the one that we're looking to potentially move on. Walton to Chelsea next. Well, what you said about Walton, because again, from the Simon Phillips Substack earlier, I see this from the Score saying that he's talking about the midfield players that we're linked to. Who the hell is that on the left? Anyone know?
Keith Smith.
Is that Keith Smith?
Come on, Jeb. This is my guy.
I even watched
Keith Smith.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Keith Smith. Yeah.
So is he again? I thought this guy was an attacking midfielder, Keith Smith.
Yeah, he's more of an advanced A than a DM, definitely. He's more of a ball carrier, progressive ball carrier, passer. Very good in the final third. But once again, not a starter. Squad option if it comes to Chelsea. Would be very good for Hattel. Maybe, gets a friend. They know each other from the national teams. So, yeah.
I'm going to have to head off. I've got to concentrate on work. So,
go on, Matt. I'll see you in a bit, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Well, if there's a stream later, I'll see everyone later. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. 100 of you guys here. So, smash the likes. Hopefully, it's going to be hotting up now. There's going to be more streams. So, anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Take care, mate.
See you later, guys.
Peace, mate. We're just scrolling at the moment, trying to see if there's any other bits of news, but I think, to be fair, we are up to speed, guys. Up to speed, unless Con and Benji have got anything else they want to revert to.
Not really. I don't know about Con.
Not really, no. I think we've covered most things, to be fair.
Yeah, we've done nearly an hour and a half as well. I could do another 15 minutes if there's some stuff to talk about, but I think now it's about let me ask you boys this. What's your targets from now on? Like, what areas are you saying are the areas we need to sort out now from your perspective?
Then my question back is, are we keeping Enzo or are we selling?
I don't even want to say it, but it's sell.
No, it's actually a very good question because I think if you keep Enzo at a DM, that's like add a full-on 6. Like sell Lavia and just add a 6. Very simple. If you sell Enzo, then of course someone like Adam Wharton, he comes in, CB as normal. If it's true, then Maxi Araujo, it seems that we're linked to him. If that's the case, then I don't really know that we're getting an attacker, because I don't think we're spending on a left wing back and a left wing, personally. I think if that's the case, the left wing back should be able to play both left wing back and left wing. Because Maxi Araujo is not gonna be cheap. It's gonna be quite expensive. It's gonna be the same fee as Palestra, around the 50 to 60 million, I reckon. He did have a very good season at Sporting. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I just think it's those three positions personally, depending on how you want to do it.
Let me throw it to the chat as well, guys. I'll give you opportunity to get some questions in. Any questions that you have that you want us to talk about or, give you our thoughts on. This is your opportunity. There's over 120 plus of you here. Any questions, get them in before we obviously finish off. There might be, like I said, another live later today as well. We'll see how the day goes. Mike's first question to us is, rate this signing out of 10. I'll ask Con first. Rate Palestra's signing out of 10 for you.
I would say solid 7, to be fair, bro. Solid 7, I think. Yeah.
7, Benji?
Yeah, I'll do the same. I think it's a solid 7.
I'm going with a 6 out of 10 so far. And that's more to do with the fact that I need to see. I can't be excited for something that I haven't seen or understand properly yet. I've seen clips of him. I can see why we would like. I can see why people would be excited for someone like him. But for me at this moment in time, he could even go down to a 5, just because I need to see what he brings and how he fits and all that. So for me,
this is like the context of like the signings we make. You can judge it properly then when you see everyone. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, exactly. But there'll be signings that you may know that I don't, or I actually know, or you like, or we all know. Do you know what I mean? And we can rate him accordingly based on what we've seen prior to him. It's just that I've not watched a lot of Italian football to know how good he is. But he seems like a very, very top player. Gusto to what we got here. Which attacker do you think we get? I'll throw it back to the boys again. Cobb, which attacker do we get?
Honestly, I have no idea, because I think Rodgers is going to. I think he's going to go Arsenal, innit? And that's the one we're really into. So other than that, we haven't really seen too many names for the forward line yet, have we? So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we do go for a left wing back and we just commit for the wing backs,
Yeah, it could do. That's maybe the attacker isn't, and especially if Jackson stays right as well. Like, if you keep Jackson and João Pedro and Delap, would they do that? I don't even know. Would they keep all 3? I still think one will go. I don't know.
You're forgetting Omega as well, mate.
Yeah, but fuck him. We Omega 3 better go out on the loan.
Omega 3 can piss off. So yeah, I mean, for you, attacking wise, Benji, anyone?
I don't believe we sign Rodgers because of ill discipline. Yeah. Even though he's a very good player, ill discipline is just showing on that player, and I don't want to bring that when we have fun and the likes of that. I believe it's going to be an underrated player, in my opinion. I believe it could be someone like a Micah Hutz from Ajax. I can definitely see that. Njai, I really don't see it. Even though I really want him, I don't, because Everton wants at least 60 minimum. I don't believe he's worth 60. I believe 45 plus 5, 50 at a maximum should do the deal. So I believe it's going to be someone slightly lower. And then, you already have the likes of Kenda. Jackson is coming back. I bet you on everything I have, Jackson is staying. And it's going to be Delap or Omega that's going to go out on the loan or just get sold. Because you have more value in Jackson than you have on the other ones. I think that's it. I don't really think it's going to be a pretty signing at left wing, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, I'm going to gonna put a wild guess out there. If it's if it's like an attacking left forward, this is not who I'm not saying this specifically who I want, but I could see if it's not an Njai, I could see us going for Liao. I don't know why. It's just a guess. Probably a really bad, but I know there's the talks about him wanting to leave as well. So could Chelsea go smelling for a player like Liao in an attacking space? Wouldn't shock me if we did.
You know what I hate? You know why I hate to disagree? You know what I hate about all of this? I'm not disagreeing with you. It's the fact that Jorge Mendes is the agent. And we all know he's very close to one specific owner. So you may be onto something right there. And especially
I don't know, it's just random.
No. You may be onto something.
Yeah. I don't think so. I wouldn't be shocked if we wouldn't, but I wouldn't be shocked if we was. It's just I just feel like if you're looking at how Xabi likes to play with his attacking players in that sort of space, and having the dribbling ability, having the eye for a pass, being able to skip past men, I think Njai is one of them, definitely. I'm not sure we'll get him from Everton because I think Everton will just do something stupid with the price. With Leao, if he really wants to leave and he's available and he has a semi-decent World Cup as well with Portugal, maybe that sways it a little bit. I don't know, but we'll see.
Do you know why he won't have a semi-decent World Cup, bro? It's because he gets benched for João Felix.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
My
That
boy.
is crazy.
We're talking about bringing back someone on the left side, maybe we're playing with wing backs. We need someone who can play that left side 10. João Felix, bring him home.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Nico Paz.
Don't do that?
Nico Paz is another one, people were saying, but he's more right-sided for me.
I like the player, but the fit with Palmer, in terms of just squad balance, and I know people saying, oh, but player quality, no, but if you want profiles and squad balance this season where the floor's good and things are just more fluid in the team, I just don't see how him and Palmer coexist, man, especially with an Alonso system.
No, they don't.
Unless it's a back four and Palmer on the right, I don't see how it works.
Götze is another one. But I don't think Götze is like the type of player you bring in to start every single game. I think you then need someone. Götze from
Micah Godts.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't really.
Ajax player.
He's from Ajax, Jim. Khan, a very good player. I wouldn't really blame you if you don't know who it is. Like I always say, usually English people really don't tune into other leagues, which makes sense because you have one of the greatest leagues.
To be fair, Benji, we do. We just don't watch the fucking Eredivisie, bro. Like, let's be honest. Like,
no, I'm just being honest. Like, a lot of English fans usually don't look outside of. I'm just gonna say Spain. Like, usually a lot of people watch Spain, and then maybe like the top teams in the Bundesliga. But apart from that, usually people don't really watch the Serie A or like the Portuguese league or the Eredivisie. So
I kind of disagree to that extent, bro, because we grew up with Italian football. Like,
back in the days, yeah. Now, no.
Yeah. Mike says, let's say Enzo does go. Would you prefer Lacroix or Walton? Because there would be two positions to be filled then. I think you need both. I don't see him selling them. But yeah, that would be my thing on that. Do you think this could happen, by the way? Nico plus cash for Enzo swap deal?
No. I don't see it happening. No.
It could. Hypothetically, it could.
Yeah, they do need to free up space in the midfield, though, right? Like, how many fucking midfielders?
Yeah, they do want to sell him, and Enzo's rated at 100+ mil. I could see definitely could be do I think it will happen? No, but could it definitely be an option? Yeah, for sure.
I'm a Leo enjoyer, but last season he was trash.
He played striker, Ryan.
Yeah,
he played striker.
There was a report saying Rashford is willing to take a pay cut for a London club.
No.
Rashford, boys, off the left.
No.
We done United. Can I just remind you, boys, that we have Garnacho and Gitten?
Yeah, I know, bro. But like, why do we have to go through the whole list of United fucking wash people at left wing? We've done Sancho, we've done Garnacho. We're gonna make it a hat trick with fucking Rashford, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have a good season last season at Barcelona?
Decent.
It was a right season.
How many goals he scored?
Season. about 8, I think it was 8 in the La Liga.
Did he? I thought he scored like double digits last year.
No, couldn't be double digits.
Interesting. I don't think we signed Liao or relationship with yet. We just we have Paev also coming. Oh, Satpaev also coming. So Omega and Delap better go. I mean, I think Satpaev will go Strasbourg if Omega fucks off anyway.
I
See
agree.
that happening.
Yeah.
I don't think as we're shopping in Italy and have already smacked Inter Milan's ass. Why not revelate that and smack it twice with Bastoni? I think we've probably destroyed that now.
That would be an amazing back three. Oh my god. Can you imagine having Bastoni, Levi in the middle, and Lacroix?
Oh
I'm
my
even ready to sell
God.
Josh. Oh,
I'm sending Josh in a second, bro. Fuck
Bro.
me.
Yeah.
Of course,
You know,
if you bring Bastoni, you have Hato as a backup or even as a wing back. Lord have mercy. That we are not
brother,
conceding goals. At least we
our
can defend.
defense would be unreal. Hato, Bastoni, Colwill, Lacroix, James, Palestri. Yeah, come on, man.
Oh
Fucking
Lord. I'm getting an
Yeah,
orgasm.
that would be cold.
Watching Enzo leave and seeing us link with the likes of Walton feels very underwhelming. Is Walton that good?
No, he's not
This,
that good, but he's a good
do
midfielder.
you know what it is for me? And this is the reason why I only really accept Enzo going for Walton to a degree. Is because I think we could keep forgetting about how we play with Enzo in the team and how important he is in terms of like the transition and playing balls and playing the key balls from deep, from further forward, and all these sort of things. Now, if Walton comes into the team and Xabi Alonso is going to completely mirror the Bayer Leverkusen system that he had, then Walton's the best version of Xhaka I think you can get in terms of deep line playmaking, receiving the ball, playing balls into the pockets, playing, creating from deep, giving us something from deep. My big thing here is creation. And I know people again are going to say, but he's not good off the ball. He's not the most physical. I get all that. But I also think that it's very important, especially with a team like Chelsea, who is possession based. It's going to be possession based and has been, to have people in the team that are going to be able to create past Enzo. Because as much as you like him or not, him and Palmer, when Palmer was on it, were our main creators. So you take him out of the team, who's doing the creating? Because our wingers don't. So who are you getting it from? Other than maybe relying on Palmer to find his form again and carry us. But what if he don't? Then what?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Garnacho's going to do it now? Fucking what are we doing? Jackson? Who's creating? Oh, but we just need physical players. Okay, have physical players. But what are we doing once we've got the ball? And we're at Stamford Bridge trying to break teams down. We need players that can do something with the ball from a creation standpoint, make things happen. This is why it's so important for me that someone like Walton, because that's his strength. We've seen it from him. He can carry the ball and he can play a very good ball in behind from deep and going forward. Has the eye, doesn't he?
So that's
just my version of
and his key passes are very, very high.
Yeah, Jem, you're absolutely spot on. Not only that, Jem, but you should try to complete a midfield. I know we've all been speaking before about we need a ball carrier in this midfield. You need a deep line playmaker, and then you do kind of have this box to box that can just do everything. We already have Caicedo. We have Enzo, but he's probably leaving. In my opinion, if Enzo was to stay, you just need a DM that can come off the bench, because I don't really agree that every game Enzo should start. Sometimes I do think he should be on the bench. Sometimes I even think Caicedo should be on the bench, depending on who we play. It's not wrong to have good players on the bench and bring them on after 60 minutes, so to have 30 minutes to improve or impact the game. So you're right. You're 100% spot on when it comes to Warden. But I do think we need two midfielders. I do think we need a deep line playmaker and a six.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm not saying we don't need someone that can sit, because I actually think Caicedo in a Xabi system, if he plays the way he wants to play, he's going to be the one that actually presses further forward, not the one that's going to be deeper of the two. So there's a good chance you might see Walton, if he was at Chelsea, play a little bit deeper than Caicedo in terms of like on the ball, right? Because he's transitioning us, moving us forward and everything else. But then you've got to have good people in the pockets. Obviously, we've got Palmer. Who do you bring in to be that next left side pocket to receive the ball and carry, right? Jackson, we know, is good on the ball from deep, can carry, link the play. Obviously not the greatest in the box, so maybe there's an opportunity there with him and João Pedro to a degree as well. But you need, I still feel like even if you have Walton, you need someone further forward that's a bit of a dribbling demon. Someone that can actually like take players on once you give them the ball, do you know what I mean? And make them moments in them areas that Enzo would have been, because Enzo would have been in them sort of higher pockets, and Enzo is obviously not a dribbling demon. But if you know what I mean by that is having someone doing something a bit different, but actually having a winger that we don't have at the moment, which is fucking just skinning people, attracting players, making space by their ability of being able to beat one or two players. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think we have that as well. So
bring back Loftus-Cheek, mate.
if you want Loftus-Cheek, just go and sign Emecha. And Emecha is basically the Loftus-Cheek.
I saw people talking about Callum Hudson-Odoi. No, we're not bringing him.
That German guy that Nemecha guy has been insane, bro, in the World Cup. I've not watched him outside the World Cup, but he's class, bro.
No, but like
he looks good.
He's basically Loftus-Cheek, but in Bundesliga. Like, if you really want to have a Loftus-Cheek in your team, like a strong, tall, physical, good shooting, press resistant, ball carrying, he's the guy. Is he
more of an attacking 10, Nemecha? Because every time I see him, he seems to find himself like in tight spaces, like just skipping, and then he's obviously got a great shot as well, which we've seen him. But like, he seems for me like someone you would play not as like the deep line 6, but maybe someone that plays a little bit further forward in the higher pockets.
He's a box. No, he's a box to box. He's a very much of a traditional old school 8, like very physical, shoots from distance. Like, I know Khan saw that one. I don't know who it was against. I think it was it against Curaçao, or was it another team?
Yeah.
Bro, Jem, one hell of a strike outside of the box. This guy can shoot for days. He got one very good strike on him, but he's not really a 10. He's someone that likes to carry the ball from deep.
So Book says, I don't understand why people have given Asugu shit. At the Club World Cup, everyone was waxing lyricals that he was the perfect replacement for Caicedo. Why can't we slot Asugu as DM and push Caicedo further up?
Because he's not a DM. Very simple. Exactly how Andre is in a DM. He's a box to box.
Big up and Kunku. It's good to see you in here. He says, "Shut up, Com." As always, thank you for the chat, bro. We appreciate it. Nemecha has got a 60 million release clause next season.
What?
I was looking at his stats. He's pretty mid in all of them.
Oh,
Nemecha, like just over the last season, like all
really?
his stats are really, really mid. Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, he started to bloom after January. That's really when he started to find some momentum. So you gotta give him at least another season if he wants the big move.
I just think it's a very hard area, that 10 left side pocket, because we need creation, but we also need goals and assists, right? How many of them actually do all of that in today's football? Do you know what I mean? It's not.
Well, there is a player. If they generally want Enzo Fernandez, fuck Paz. No offense, but Arda Güler, man.
Yeah,
that's the one I'd be asking for Real Madrid. If they want to do a swap deal, give us Güler, man.
He didn't do himself any favors for Turkey. I tell you, I watched both of them games. It's fucking. I don't want to see my Turkish bullshitters here, mate. Yeah, they can stay over there. Fucking wankers. After that, made me get up at 7 a.m. in the morning to watch that fucking bullshit. 58 shots in 2 games. 58 shots in 2 games and didn't score 1 goal in the World Cup. That is embarrassing.
Without a Güler, bro, like when you look at his like stats as well as July test, he can carry, he can create, he can shoot, bro. Like he's so like that's the one from Real Madrid. If they're like saying we don't want to pay all this money, take a player, Arda Güler, please. Paz is not clear of good. I'm sorry, he's just
Pad's
not.
clear of
No,
good
he's
there.
not,
No,
no.
Güller's a
No,
baller,
no.
man. Like, as much as I just digged him, about Turkey, and I tell you what, the big reason why you didn't see him at his best is because he has Jalhan Olu next to him, and that guy is a retard of a footballer. He shouldn't even be in there. He's shite. Yeah, every time he comes to the World Cup with us, we fucking lose. He's just shit. Yeah, he needs to come out. I don't know why Barış wasn't playing as well from Galatasaray, because he's actually half decent. And Kenan Yıldız, well, yeah.
Disappointing.
This was a massive letdown, bro.
Yeah, very
That is a
disappointing.
good Turkey team, by the way. That wasn't a bad Turkey team. That was actually a half decent one. I just don't know what the fuck. We haven't got a striker. That little midget up front is shit as well.
Yeah, but that little midget, isn't he like a midfielder, or is it a?
Yeah,
Is he
got
like?
a striker. They're all wingers. They're all like 10s and wingers. They don't have no striker. The only striker they have is Gül, and he's like 19. He's just like a young boy. Never fucking played for the national team. Stupid. So, yeah, they got found out, basically. And it's funny because they got found out twice in the same type of game where all they done was sit back. They dominated the game, Turkey, but they just couldn't fucking break them down. Shite.
Yeah.
Who are the front runners for Barcola? Well, that's a player we should be looking at if we're serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we ain't got that pool no more. You know what I mean? We ain't got that pool. Liverpool and Arsenal are looking at him, aren't they? I've heard.
I know he's very wasteful, Barcola, right? But he would create so much by his dribbling, his directness.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would love Barcola so much, man.
That goal he scored the other day, when he come on and fucking, I think it was Elise that passed or Dembele passed him the ball in behind. He just chipped the goal. I was like, that's ridiculous. Just to come on and just do that, absolutely blitz people with your speed, and then arrive in front of goal. Not even like side foot, just chip the goalie.
Yeah.
Do you reckon PSG might be interested in Lindelof? Or Maker?
Yeah, he's ridiculous, man. I'd love to, definitely love to have him at Chelsea. What about the Liverpool lad, the one that was at Chelsea?
Rio.
Yeah, Rio. Yeah, he's a fucking good player, isn't he?
Please leave him over there.
He's a snake, to be fair.
This guy just does step overs and that's it. Please,
bro, behave. He is good, bro.
He is good. You can't say that. He is good.
I've only seen him do step overs. I saw one goal, and then that's it.
This chat's moving mad this morning. This is the first morning live we've done in time, and actually, you know what? Big up to you guys. Over 100+ people here as well. Big up for you all arriving in here. Obviously, big news, of course, but you're still here while we're waffling. Send PSG, Nato, and Garnacho.
Oh, they would love it.
We should have got Kvaratskhelia, man. Like, what were we doing there? The fact that we didn't even try, it's just somebody's like signings pisses me off. Like, how have we not tried?
I agree. It's like Barcola as well. If he's on the market, if we get rejected, we get rejected. Whatever. At least try, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Look at Elise. We tried.
But bro, the funny thing is you won't get rejected because PSG want that fake VVS, which I call him the Diamond Kid. They want him.
Are you talking about Diamande?
Yeah, whoever that is. Yeah, they want. They want him.
Good, though, he does.
No, he does look good, but he's not Barcola. I think Barcola is better, but I just think in terms of just scoring goals, Barcola can be very damn frustrating sometimes, and I've seen it with my own two eyes in front of goal. This guy can be very good at dribbling, but geez, yeah, when he goes through a bad spell, he really goes through a bad spell, and last season really was that time. So I think 18. If they get 18 million, I do believe they would say yes.
Yeah, Diamande is good. He absolutely cooked in Capier. And then he cooked Kimmich as well. So it's not exactly two bums he's going up against. Like, he cooked him bad. He looks good. I think Liverpool might be getting him in it.
Liverpool, I think Liverpool might be getting him. Don't know what they're going to do with Gakpo. He's crap anyway. Not the team.
I weirdly like Gakpo. Just one of those players. I weirdly like him.
I just find him so, like, it's probably why he's not too bad. It's like I find him so easy. Like you always know what he's going to do, sort of thing. He's stiff. He's a stiff player. I call him like. Don't get me wrong. Get him in front of goal or outside the box with a bit of space. He'll give you a problem. But like in terms of like a natural left winger, he's just like he's not really a dribbler. He always just cuts back. He's like I don't know. He's just an easy person to predict. I think if you have to play against.
Yeah,
him,
you have to platform him correctly.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Do you think 49's getting sold, and why does he want to stay? Because he's fucking probably. I don't even know how much he's making. Garnacho. God knows. I don't even know if anyone wants him. I don't. This is the problem we got as well. Is like we want all these players, but we got to free up space. If we can't free up space, we're stuck with them for another year.
And the problem is like we're going to get the most money from in-league sales. How many of these players are Premier League clubs going to want?
Yeah. You know, Fofana's already been touted to not be going anywhere. Disassi actually looks like he's going, but that gives you a good example of someone that goes on loan who was in the bomb squad and actually now is getting a bit of interest. Badia Shield pretends to get injured at the end of every season.
Bro, on that point as well, like if you told me at the start of last season that the centre-back bar in Cobble that has the most stock on the transfer market is Disassi, I would have called you a fucking liar. Like, how is Disassi got the most stock in the transfer market out of a centre-back bar?
Because he played. Because he played for, and this is why, like, I feel like Chalobah will get a little bit of money on just because he's English and all that bollocks.
Well, that's just pure profit, isn't it, on Chalobah? So you can probably get a little bit less for him, and it'll still be good.
I'm gonna lie, bro. If Fofana stays, he's backup. Like generally, like I
don't
care
want
if
him to stay, bro.
I don't want him to stay.
It's horrible attitude.
I don't like him. Trust me, I don't like Fofana. But if we can't get rid of him because of his wages, like we gave him 200k wages, guys. Like, what the fuck? Who's paying that? No one.
Yeah. And he's on a. How long has he got left on his deal?
3 years, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He's gonna do a Ross Barkley on us and just let his contract.
Raheem Sterling, bro. For fuck's sake!
The fact, if we did get rid of Sterling though, so there is a possibility. You know?
Yeah, but we terminated his contract with 1 year left.
Gittins, I forgot about him. Have we still got him as well? Yeah.
You know what? I always forget about Gittins as part of this team, bro.
You can't wait for him to get him back in this team.
No, I always forget he's a part of this team.
Well, part of the team, yeah. He could be good.
Gittins gonna play because this guy is shit when it comes to inside forward.
That's the reason why he got benched at Dortmund, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But they played the back three Dortmund, and he was playing left, like pretty much left wing.
Yeah, no, he had to play wing back because of his pace, because he couldn't. But this guy is shit when it comes to tight spaces, and we've seen this before. He is not good in tight spaces. So I don't know where
I'll never forget quickly, Benji. I was with Con. We went and watched. I think it was Gittins' like first game, and it was a friendly against Leverkusen. Funny enough, yeah. And we were like, "Oh my fucking god, who is this guy?" It was like a Mudryk cameo, you know, when Mudryk
it was.
Like every fucking pass and every dribble, every time he arrived in the box, every like execution, everything was like perfect. And I was like, "Would it though? It was, would it?" I swear,
it was, yeah.
It's so fucking random. I was like, "What have we bought here?" Like he is destroying Bayer Leverkusen. Like he was quick, he was cutting inside, he was dribbling. He was like laying balls off into the box. Like they couldn't get near him. I was like, what is this player we've just got? And then fucking he turned out like this.
And they compare that to when we watched the lap at the start of the season.
You know what? Me and Cobb were just laughing at the stadium at the lap. I remember when someone played the ball. I think it was Enzo tried to play the ball over the top and it just hit him in his back. And he just like the man continued running, right? Then the ball hit him in the back. Like you feel the ball hit you in the back, but the guy continued running like as if the ball was still coming. Like, the ball hit you in the back, mate. Why are you still running?
Oh shit, man.
I remember when Con lost it. He literally had the most easiest pass coming out. He had no pressure by the defender, right? He went up to receive the ball and his touch. Oh my god, that touch! Like it just bounced off him. I thought Lukaku's touch was bad, yeah, and it is. Like this is another level. The touch, absolutely.
Honestly, bro, like, in person, it only takes 10 minutes to see if there's a player there or not. And with the lap, I saw it straight away. There's not a player there.
Yeah, the laps hurts my eyes, man. That guy does really. Jim, that friendly, I was moved. Ryan was there as well. Yeah, Ryan, do you remember?
Oh, Ryan, how you doing, mate? It's been a minute.
Yeah, big up Ryan. He's back. He wants to meet up in July. Guys, I'm back in July and we're doing a big meet up between all of us at the end of July. So
James,
the
get the drinks and let's go.
Ryan's, Gtino's, the weather's beautiful over there as well. Hopefully it continues. We'll be hitting the outside rooftop. Do you know what I mean? Pubs or bars. Let's fucking go. I was there. He looked all right, to be fair. He did. He did look all right. The amount of times Esteval cooked in Cape, yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed him in that game as well. How you doing, Com? Long time. Yeah.
It's been a long time. I hope you're well, bro.
Interesting. We got some quick images of Palestra and sort of the positions he takes up, which we'll quickly look at and then we'll finish off. It says here, Marco Palestra's is an extremely willing runner, is the comment here. And as you can see here, look where his position is here already. That don't look like a right back to me. That looks like a fucking right winger.
Right wing.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then there's another one. Look. Again, just sprinting into space, trying to get in behind. Funny enough, that was against Inter Milan, that one. And again here, ball received here. And look, the first thing he thinks, I've got the speed, I'm quick enough. I back myself in that area to get in behind and attack the space. I think this is a different type of signing that we actually haven't had for a while. And I'm talking about someone that can actually attack the spaces behind with confidence, but also has a bit of like final third, like here, for example. They scored after this. He plays.
Is it possible to get the metrics up for his defending stats?
Yeah, we can do. Be on transfer market, wouldn't it? Marco Palestra. Or would it be on defending stats? Who's the best? What's it called? FOTMob. Is that the best one? Who scored? Defending. Anyone know? Anyone in the chat? They're good at this stuff. Actually, shooting, passing, defending. Here we go. I've got it here. I am that guy, right? Don't ever fucking doubt me. Over 100 of you here. Don't ever doubt us, blood.
Says the uncle.
Hey, shut up, yeah. So just quickly, let's just go scan it all quickly. Shooting, he's only had one goal, so I don't really think he has too much there to let me just put the screen in like that so it's better so people can see. Too much there going on. Passing, assist 4, expected assists 3.5. Why the fuck's this come up? Fuck off. Successful passes 738. Successful passes percentile 85%. Chances created 32, which is at a higher bar. Which is 32, which is 85.1% of chances that he creates. So that is a good stat there. Even though he's created 32 chances, 85% of them are pretty good. Like he's making good chances, you know.
Isn't that 85% the percentile?
Yeah, that's the percentile of how successful the 32 are. I'm assuming. Or is that not right?
No, it's the percentile of other people in his position.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Successful crosses as well. Possession. Jules 1. He's keen. Look how strong he is on Jules 1. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. 100%. Successful
That's not a lot of duels, but yeah.
Yeah. Touches. Is that a weakness? Dispossessed 23 times.
So that's low.
That's
low,
very
right?
low.
That's good, right?
I think that's a good thing, right? It's not. You don't want it to be high, do you? That kind of fouls.
Yeah, that's
one.
what I'm thinking. Yeah,
strong as well. And then we get to defending. Defensive contributions, pretty strong, 82%. Tackles, 85.7%. Strong again. Interceptions is at above 75%, which is good. Block shots. I mean, he's not. That goes to show he's not always in and around the defensive box area. You know, from what I can understand from that. Fouls committed is low, which is I don't think is a bad thing again. Recoveries 82.5%, which is very good. Very good. Possession one in the final third. Dribble passed. Again, that's pretty low. If it's low, does that mean it's good? Because he's not.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Yeah, it is.
So, clearances, 81%. Clean sheets, obviously he's only 6, but 81%. Goals conceded whilst on the pitch. That's very low. Fucking hell. Discipline as well is a big thing, boys, right? We have young idiot fucking players. He's only had 3 yellow cards in 30 plus games all season. So that's a good thing, right? Discipline wise.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can find his aerial duel percentage.
Yeah, you probably could.
He's 6'1", so from what I last read, it wasn't really that impressive, but
no,
I think that can improve.
Similar season. He's dead in the air and on ground duels. I'm not convinced that. Well, listen, these are all things we're going to see, Joey, and he's still very young as well at 21. So the stats do point though that he's got some very strong overall attributes. To be fair to him, but again, the leagues are different as well. The physicality side of it, the speed of it as well. I don't think he has a problem with the speed though, right? I feel like he could adapt to that. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
no, he's rapid. Yeah, he's rapid.
Yeah. So it's more just the physicality for me, and then also from a defensive aspect, how decent is he? Again, the stats say he's not bad. It's not what we need, guys, for real. You don't think we need him, Joey? You're not happy with the signing? Interesting. You're not happy with the signing?
No, true. We don't need them, man. We got Malo Gusto. That's my win back right now.
We got Malo Gusto in his aerial duels. Is his aerial duels on there? No. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, it's there. Aerial duels 1. Let's have a look. Who's on there? His aerial duels are here. Aerial duels 1, and then as a percentile, about 37%. Yeah, he's not the greatest in the air, but he's won 61%. That's weird. It says aerial duels 1, 61%. Aerial duels 1 as a percentage, 40%. So it's below.
No, he won 15 aerial duels, meaning meaning the percentile, and then the duels 1 in percentile. Yeah.
So it's not the greatest then, but it's not the worst. It's like average, basically. That's what I'd say to that.
But seeing that, it shows he doesn't have many aerial duels.
Because that is also true.
But I wouldn't expect him to, would you? Being out there, unless the balls are being kicked over there, I guess, and you have to challenge. But 6 more days till Jabi Alonso's a yeah, we'll be here for that. Looking forward to that one.
Where's the preseason this year?
It's in Japan, isn't it? Or where is it?
Japan,
yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Jem, not to be a nightmare, but did you cover the Enzo Maresca stuff yet?
No, we can talk about Enzo Maresca. Why not? Quickly, let's have a look. Are you talking about the payout that we're getting for?
Yeah, the payout. Yeah.
We can do, because it'd be good to kind of hear people's thoughts in and around it. That's what we got from DiMarzio, that it's going to be a £17.2 million received for Chelsea from Man City for Enzo Maresca. So, yeah, what was your thoughts on Enzo Maresca?
Showing snaked us, really, isn't it? Because I see people say, "Oh, he wasn't backed, etc., etc." But it was all fine until City spoke to him, and the fact they're giving us nearly £20 million just shows that they tapped him up. So, like,
go on.
Sorry, Karen, bro.
No, go on.
I was just gonna say, like, even if we did back him, I think he still goes to City when Pep leaves anyway.
I agree.
So, is this a tap-in, or is this someone that's trying to protect his reputation because he thinks we were just going to go downhill anyway? Because what I mean by that is he'd lost, what was it, 7 games in a row or something like that? That run that he had before he got sacked was quite bad, I remember. So is he decided to make that decision based on the fact that if maybe he stayed at Chelsea to the end of the season, it might have just destroyed his chances of going to the likes of someone like maybe City or whoever, maybe, big clubs.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he would have gone City anyways, personally. There was no other coach that was supposed to take after. I heard this from a long time ago, though, from Big Steve, that covers Manchester City, and he even said early on days from Maresca that yeah, Maresca was supposed to be, you know, take the mantle from Pep Guardiola. They've always been interested. And since then, I was like, yeah, he's probably going to City within 2 years, which he did. So I'm not surprised.
I see people blaming Enzo Maresca for our season the season just gone. I think that's wrong, personally. I disagree with that. I don't blame Enzo Maresca for where we were at the end of last season. I blame Chelsea, the board, for that, because none of us, in fact, most of us, all agreed that the window we had was shocking. That third window was shocking. I'm sorry. There's no one there's no way in hell anyone can defend the players he was given going into that next season. I just don't see how, and I do feel that they're kind of trying to pass the blame on and make it look like, oh, let's see, he snaked us, he left us, he's the reason why we are where we are and whatever. I don't agree with that. I think still in my opinion, the root of everything that happened in this season just gone falls on the head of the board, in my opinion.
I agree.
Oh, you do agree? I thought you was going to say someone was going to say they disagree, but you don't think it's Enzo Maresca's fault we found ourselves where we are at the end of the season?
No, ultimately it's on the board.
Yeah. That United game from Maresca and game management finished me off with it, and Con knows this very well. The rage from that after that match. I agree with like it's just, I'm not saying he's not, could his head have been turned? Yes. Was he always going to destined to go to Man City? Of course. There was always that relationship. Yeah. So I kind of get that he was always going to go there. Was the timing of it shocking? Yes. Should it have happened when it happened? No. But I'm not now changing my mindset to, the reason we are where we are and got Rosenior and finished 10th was because Enzo Maresca walked out on us. No. Would he have walked out on us if we had a better summer window? Would we have walked out on us if we gave him the tools that he needed? He might have got to the end of this season, got us in Champions League, say 4th or 5th, and then gone, right, guys, I'm leaving and I'm going to Man City. That still probably would have happened. That's what I think. But I don't put the blame on him for it. No. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Like, people will call him Snake now. I've seen some people say his reputation's damaged in terms of what he won at Chelsea. We don't care about him. He's this, that, and the other. I get it. He's gone to Man City. He's a rival in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's not nice. Not a really nice feeling. That's never really happened to us as a club in the past. We've never seen managers get sacked by Abramovich and then fuck off to fucking Arsenal, or, you know what I mean? I know Mourinho ended up going Man United eventually, but that was well later on after he left us. Do you know what I mean? Like, this was like, you got sacked by us in this season, and then at the end of the at the start of the new one, you've gone straight to Man City. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't look the greatest. I just don't think that happens in the past, personally. But I think that again all falls down to the board, because they've allowed the situation to get like this in the first place. So it is what it is. Whether you think he's a snake or not, it's just a separate discussion. Like, yeah, he's a snake. He's gone Man City. He used us as a stepping stone to go to Man City. Cool. I get that. I understand that side of it. But if you look at all round where the root of the fault, the blame should always go, it should always go on them at the top, because we shouldn't have been in the position we was, and we were in that position because of them and the way they thought Garnacho was the greatest fucking winger since sliced bread for 3 months, when we were telling them all fucking window that he's not good enough. And then they go and spend 52 million on Gittins, which, all right, some people were saying at the time he's a good player and this, that, and the other, but we all knew he needed time to develop. João Pedro, some people were confident, others were trying to work out how he fits in. Bought in Delap. I don't think that actually excited anyone. Let's be serious. So Hato and João Pedro, the only two signings that actually worked out and are actually decent. The rest of everything else they've done was crap. Like, what do they expect?
No, you're spot on, bro. You get Champions League and you get Garnacho and Delap. What do you expect is going to happen, man? Let's be real.
You give him fucking booty nut. That was the piss take for me.
I forgot about
You brought this man Budina after winning the Club World Cup. Matter of fact, let me just say back-to-back trophies. You bring this guy on alone? Nah, you're taking the piss.
Do you know what I mean, though? It's like, I've seen some people already going, like, our season ended this season because of Maresca. And I'm like, you're an idiot.
I think the season got worse. I think we would have maybe finished in like a Europa League spot at max under Enzo. Because like you said before he left, let's not kid ourselves. We had horrible results, didn't it? Was it Leeds? Who else was
7
it?
in a row.
Burnley?
Yeah,
Leeds, Everton, we had some horrible results.
So yeah, the season was going downhill anyway. So maybe we can get a conference or a Europa League, but
what is this from Fabrizio? He's just bought out. Is this a video or what the fuck is this? If it's a video, we can watch it. Actually, I don't know if we can because it's not on YouTube, is it? What is that? What he's on there? Paid partnership. Time to play. Anyone know what that is?
No idea, mate. You know, Fab, he always does these weird link ups in the summer, and it last season was the Zone. One before that was like playback.
It's whoever gives him all the money, innit? But yeah, to finish off in the end, I think, guys, yeah, like I ain't really got much to say about it other than, yeah, cool, man. I don't know, like, yeah, what he did for us was nice, but yeah, nothing else to say about him. I have no feel towards it. I'm sure. I can't get into this link, so I don't know what that link is he's put in there to watch. Tried to get in there again.
Bro, what the fuck am I reading?
Go
Have
on,
you seen what? Chelsea value Malagusto at 75 M's.
Where's that from?
Fab, he just put, we better lower the fee today.
What, he just tweeted that?
He just tweeted.
Oh, fuck. Breaking news. Chelsea value Malagusto at £75 million fee and not actively working to sell the French right back despite signing Palestra. Man City interest, but no bids or club to club. £75 million, guys.
What the fuck am I reading?
What the fuck is this? Has anyone got any words to say to that?
On what planet is Gusto worth nearly double Cucurella,
bro? I'm just trying to think. If we value this man at 75 M's, he would be the most expensive fullback of all time, almost. I'm pretty sure. This guy, 75 M's. We better lower that fee today. This better be PR. This better just be PR with the fact that, oh, no, we value Malagusto. He's important to us. Yeah, this better be PR. I can't believe my eyes.
75 million pounds. It's not even euros, Benji. It's pounds, bro.
It's pounds. It's pound sterling.
Jesus Christ. Enzo Maresca, how much do you love your boy?
I'm actually flabbergasted. Like, I can't believe my eyes.
This is me right now. Malagusto, £75 million. The market has gone crazy, guys. We can now confirm the market has lost its mind. I need to get that back up. Is there another tweet on the back of that about Palestra as well? Does anyone see?
No, I think he retweeted his here we go.
I can't get my head out of this. I was just about to come off, and then this bomber pops up. 75 million. How have we worked this out? Enzo's 120 mil, yeah. But they do rate him highly. Every manager that's come into Chelsea thinks Malagusto is the fucking dog's bollocks. They think he's hybrid. They think he can play in a number of positions. You've seen it. You've even seen Maresca talk about it. You've seen Rafinha say he's world class. Like
Rosina called fucking Pedro Neto world class, so I'm not gonna take that.
75 million. I don't get like it says here Chelsea are not actively working to sell him as well, which basically means we've overpriced him on purpose because we want him to stay. How the fuck are you going to have Palestra, Reece James, and Gusto?
And Josh.
I'll be honest. It's if that is the case where we're trying to outprice him so he doesn't leave, it stinks of Malo Gusto left back. It stinks of Malo Gusto left back.
Oh, come on. You may be onto something. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
No.
Oh, my God.
I've just died in my head. Hearing that. No.
Yeah, I just died in my head.
Oh. What about Palestra left back, left wing back?
That could also be the case. That could also be the case. That could also be the
No.
case.
You don't buy someone for 50 million whatever pounds, and you know who plays predominantly off the right as a fullback or right wing back, whatever you want to call him, and then put him on the left and play him on the left the whole season. That makes no sense to me. Unless we're getting this wrong, and the signing of Palestra wasn't for what we think the right hand side was actually our left wing back decision.
It could be, but when you look at all the metrics, that Palestra is better on that right hand side than Gusto. For me, because Gusto's played left back for Chelsea multiple times, hasn't he? I just feel that's probably more realistic to see Malo Gusto going left back.
Oh my God, you just made me feel sick.
No, this has to be PR. I refuse to believe that we are actually looking for 75 million. There's no way in this has to be prem tax. It has to be something.
Ben Jacobs said Malo Gusto is valued at 45+ million, which I get. That makes sense.
I just saw this yeah.
Well, he was right. It's 45 mil plus. Plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, guys! If you're just coming in, we've had some more breaking news in and around Chelsea, and it's literally this: 75 million pounds is what Chelsea value Malo Gusto. Not actively working to sell him as well. There's no interest. Let's be serious. No one is buying Malo Gusto for 75 mil. And I know Bayern Munich were interested in him as well. I actually thought he was going to. I'll tell you something now. I thought he was going Bayern Munich if he left. That's where I thought he was going. They're not paying.
Who did he even have it? Yeah, but they already have our right back.
Who?
No?
Lima.
That's Sasha guy. No, that's Sasha guy. They have Lima, Kimmich, and Sasha. The one that they bought from Galatasaray.
Kimmich plays centre back from Maine, didn't he? Not centre back, fucking centre midfield. Are you overthinking Gusto will be gone? Do you think this is just PR?
It could be just to drive up the price.
Could be.
This could be us. Yeah, true. And then someone goes, right, we'll give you 55 plus 5, and we get 60 mil. We could be like, yeah, we'll take that. then we would be sitting there going, well done, Chelsea. That was quite clever what they did. Fucking made it look like as if they were wanting to keep him and then rated him at 75. Someone actually put an offer in for 60, and then they went, yep, no problem.
We are selling Gusto. Maresca adores him like I've never seen a manager adore a player in my lifetime, right? So, if anyone's going to pay close to that fee, it's probably going to be City, right?
Yeah, bro.
Gusto is like Jorginho Susari for some strange reason. For some strange reason. I've never seen a manager love a right back that much.
Best stream in ages, I can't lie. Hey, come on, Carly. Yeah, we missed it, man. I know we had a bit of a 3-day break, but I told you guys, once we start getting news after news, we'll all be here. It's nice having everyone here. Benji, Con's obviously around more now as well. It's nice, man. It's nice. We enjoy this. This is a fun period for us as well. Not fun, but, roller coaster sometimes when it comes to Chelsea. Either angry or happy. One of the two. James moved to the what? Kimmich role. Oh, nah. I mean, we did expect Gordon went for 80 million. Forest rejected 100 mil for Anderson. It's true. The market is a bit fucked up right now. If you think about the pricing that people are putting forward for these players in the market, Anderson is not a £100 million player. I'm sorry, he's just not. He ain't. Rodgers is not on £100 million attacker. No, he ain't.
Thank you, Jim.
They're just
Thank
not.
you, Jim.
No,
Like,
I agree.
Like they shouldn't be, in my opinion, any higher than 70 mil. And I think that's being nice. 70 mil is a good price. 60, 70 mil. For these
if you're a B-Tech ginger Ross Barkley that just passes sideways and don't like to penetrate, yeah, you should not go more than 50, in my opinion.
You know, the only player that's worth 100 mil plus 100 mil is the player that was currently looking to sell. That's it.
What man?
Enzo Fernandez. No, I'm joking. Kieran Gill says here that told Chelsea's valuation of Malo Gusto is 75 mil, not actively trying to sell. So he's just, what's he done? Just copy and pasted Fabrizio's fucking tweet. I don't understand that.
But he's also said multiple clubs are indicated interest, not only City. So that's probably why we set it so high.
Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea think they can get a bidding war. I'm getting it now. I'm understanding what they're doing here. They think because there's multiple clubs interested that they can just get a bidding war going, right? That's what I'm thinking. So they've gone, right, starting price. It's like when you go and buy a fucking car in auction. You have a starting price, right? You go high. We want 10,000. The car's worth 5, mate. But yeah, we'll start at 10.
You know what I like? Which I've been kind of disappointed previously with this, ownership, is we always sell players for peanuts. Now, Gusto for 75 is overkill, but I like the backbone. Now, if I see 75 to 45, yeah, that gonna be the biggest letdown of my life. But I like to see some backbone, to be honest, because we always sell players for some mediocre fees sometimes, especially with this, with this ownership, especially. But
Florian Petterberg, Bayern Munich looking to put 65 million in for Malo Gusto. Fucking hell.
Euros.
Yeah.
Take that today. What are we waiting for? Take it today.
I know, mate. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Come on, Prem Club.
No. Let's have a serious discussion. What the fuck do you see?
I'm fucking joking, what do you see, Jim? I'm winding you up, guys. I'm winding you up.
Oh my God, Jim, you scared me for a second. I was like, what?
You bit the bait so hard there,
Benji. Oh my God. No, because I don't even have my computer in front of me. I couldn't even double check. I was like, what the fuck am I hearing?
But I put it together, right? Because Florian Petterberg is Sports DE, isn't it? So I thought, use him. Bayern Munich, Gusto, people believe it. See? Fucking, I'm just too smart for this game, bro. PSG City Bayern bidding war coming. You think they're going to bid for Malo Gusto? Fez, we'll take it. We are. One thing I would say, can we agree on this about Chelsea? As much as we dislike them, do you not think we're good at like selling players, like getting value for players at least? You know, we seem to do it okay.
Yeah, we've always been a selling club. So
no, but I'm saying we do well on like the pricing side of things. Like if we want to, negotiate and get the most as we can out of players, we tend to do not too bad. I'd say.
I think we're one of the only clubs that do reasonable pricing. Like we don't heavily overprice, and I think that's why we can sell players so easily. Because shut up, GT.
We've got another tweet here as well, another one. But it's from Blues Feed. He's basically saying that there's four clubs interested in Malo Gusto, is what he's saying. Let's see if anyone is stupid enough to pay close to that. Ripened. There we go. Yeah. 4. Yeah, we just looked at Bobby's tweet. Literally. Did we not? Oh no, we looked at Kieran's, didn't we? What's Bobby Vincent saying? They all woke up now. What's the time there?
11:18.
Yeah, they've all woke up, haven't they? Good morning. Interested in the remains they values. He's just literally copied and pasted Fabrizio, and then first call at Fabrizio. Yeah, he's not saying anything new, but this is kind of interesting for. See, Jim, that's why you never finish a live. Well, what do you want me to do? Stay on all day? This is the longest I've been on in ages. We've nearly done 2.5 hours when I was meant to be off in an hour's time and in the gym. But here I am, 2 hours, 16 minutes in. Said I was going to give you a live later. Maybe not. Maybe we will. If it starts picking up with Chelsea again, maybe we will. One day you will. This is a brief. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, anyway, Malo Gusto, guys, keep an eye out on that. Lacroix news. Or CB, should we say? Keep an eye out on that. Keep an eye out in the next, is it 6 days now? We got the announcement of Alonso at Chelsea, which is going to be nice to watch as well. Yeah, man, this is things are starting to finally get a little bit busy, a little bit tasty. But yeah, guys, let's get off because it's been 2.5 hours, and there's probably going to be more news coming out in the afternoon. If it's serious news, we'll always be back here to jump on it and talk about everything that's going on. I've always giving our thoughts and opinions. Xabi Alonso's first signing at the club is Palestra. Some most happy, others not. If I heard Lacroix doesn't want to move until after the World Cup, so I don't know. I don't see us hanging around, or maybe we do. Maybe we look elsewhere. I don't know. I don't see us hanging around too long with the centre backs. I don't know why. I feel like we should be getting that done. If I see anyone in the chat, click my reaction. You're getting. We got Esteban William as well, guys. Still over 100 of you here. We appreciate you all. Hit the notifications button. Please do that. Big up Con, Benji, Matt, Chris for the short period of time he was here as well. Keep an eye out because I just upload. If something happens, I just pull it out straight away. If I'm around, you'll see it. You'll see it if your notifications are on. Already clicked Benji is what Wally says as well. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens this afternoon going into this evening. And we will see you all very, very soon, guys. Catch you all soon. Enjoy your day. Hope you don't sweat too much, as I've heard it's hot in the UK. Peace.